Prescott Badger football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals, where good enough just isn't. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality people, products, and service you can trust. Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. So much more than a hardware store. Prescott Badger football is also brought to you by the Prescott Unified School District, the Badgers' biggest fans, every child, every day. The City of Prescott, offering beautiful lakes, hiking trails, and recreational parks. We're everyone's hometown. And the Yavapai County Food Bank, making a difference in Yavapai County since 1992. Now, for the call of tonight's game, here's KYCA's John Rust.
No sweltering temperatures at kickoff tonight after two
Tonight we honor those who served in our armed forces as part of our military appreciation night, and as always we'll be gathered by two tremendous halftime performances.
Tonight is Vista Grande, ranked in the top 10 in numerous polls around the state. The Spartans are 3-0, but the Badgers are coming off a gutty, thrilling victory over Northwest Christian last week. Which team will keep its momentum going? We'll find out soon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bill Shepherd Field here on the campus of Prescott High School. John Rust and Prescott High School Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetone with you here to call the action, the first of a 3-game homestand for the Badgers. And Coach, again, after 2 straight weeks on the road, 2 straight weeks in 100-degree weather down in Phoenix, I think we're very happy to be up here in Prescott, especially since the temperatures are cooling down now.
Oh, most definitely. We always liked it when we had the home games up here early in the season and the away games down there, but they would never continue to schedule it that way. But it's nice to be home. Beautiful night.
And, Coach, one of the things I mentioned here in my preamble was about momentum. And I think maybe that's a term that's overused among us sportscasters. Prescott had an incredible victory last week over Northwest Christian. Came down to literally the last few seconds of the game. But as a coach yourself, I'm sure you've been through games like that where the Badgers had a big, incredible win. And people talked about carrying that momentum into the next week. Can that momentum be a blessing or a curse to a team?
Usually that type of a game is a blessing. I mean, that even happened to us when we beat Cactus here and had our first round of playoffs and played a team that had beat us before, Independence, and we beat Independence in the second round. So it can be a blessing, and the boys battled it, and they know how to battle. So they're battle-tested now going into a game like this.
Yeah, especially a game with Vista Grande, because when you look at that Spartans roster, and Coach Collette even mentioned it on the morning report, where he said, this looks like a team that has a lot of really good experience, Coach. And Coach Collette's words were, they have everyone back from last year. And last year's team, they kind of put a hurting on Prescott. The final score in that game was 41-19 last year. But again, the Badgers were not a very experienced team varsity-wise last year. Whole different story this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of good speed. I noticed in the roster they got a lot of size. They got some speed, but they definitely have size, and we got speed, so it's going to be an interesting thing.
Yeah, and of course, when you look at Vista Grande, this is a team kind of like Prescott. They like to run the ball. This is your typical ground and pound offensive team. But then you look at what they got on defense, and this is definitely going to be a team that guys like Uriah Tennett, Josiah Peoples, Johan Gunderman, Adam Lloyd, Jacob Chamberlain, this is a team that they are really going to have to be on their toes tonight, because this is a multi-front aggressive defense that the Spartans field, multiple threats on defense, and I am sure Coach Collette has got his guys prepared to meet this kind of defense that the Spartans are bringing to Prescott tonight.
Yeah, I think they do. I was noticing some of their defensive tackles and defensive ends having some, I think, 6 sacks each. 2 of them have 6 sacks in the first couple games, so they're aggressive. They come on, and their statistics look good as far as a defensive team, and they seem to have a good size too.
Yeah, and of course, one of the guys I think we're probably going to be calling his name out a lot tonight on defense, and that is going to be number 10, their defensive end. Theon Arole. And Arole, he's considered one of the top defensive ends in the state. And like you were saying, they got some guys here with 6 sacks. Well, Arole has 6 sacks on the season so far, and we're only in week 4 for these teams. Of course, 4 of those sacks came back on September 6th in that game against Pueblo. So, again, this is probably a guy that the Badgers are really going to have to keep an eye out on. I think the offensive line really is going to have their work cut out for him trying to stop Arole.
Well, he's 6'3", 230, so he's a good-sized kid. And then Arole, too, number 10, he's, number 11, I think is it Chades?
Actually, Coach, that's my bad. He's no longer on the team.
Oh.
That's left over from last year, so my fault on that.
All right, well, then I checked him off. I saw stats and thought, that's another good-sized boy.
And, Coach, it is also Military Appreciation Night. And right now, it looks like we have members of the Junior ROTC coming out onto the field carrying an American flag and also carrying the flags of each of the armed services.
It's a very nice presentation. ROTC does a great job up here at Prescott High School.
And it looks like we're just moments away from the national anthem, so we'll keep it here for the national anthem, and after that's over, we'll take our break, and we'll also get to our pregame interview with Eli Allen. But again, the national anthem about to be performed here at Prescott High School. As they have the American flag now tilted and facing the home crowd.
I state your full name. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States, and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Actually, it wasn't the national anthem. They actually had a re-enlistment ceremony.
Please remain standing for the national anthem performed
Now
this
the
evening
national
as
anthem
always
will be
by
performed
Prescott
here after this
Marching Band.
re-enlistment ceremony. Again, Military Appreciation Night here at Prescott High School. National anthem performed by the Pride of Prescott Marching Band. We'll take a break here on our pregame show as we get you set for Prescott versus Vista Grande. When we come back, we will have a pregame interview with Prescott tight end Eli Allen. He'll give us his thoughts on tonight's matchup between the Badgers and the Spartans. We'll be back right after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just moved to town, we invite you to celebrate this milestone with us. Book a free consultation today and visit blindbrothersaz.com.
I'm here with Prescott tight end Eli Allen. Eli, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, Eli, tonight, you had a big challenge last week with Northwest Christian. Tonight you got another big one. You got Vista Grande coming to your house. Just your thoughts, what you expect out of Vista Grande?
I expect them to be a pretty aggressive team. I know they're top 10, so I'm not going to underestimate them at all.
So what do you think are going to be some of the keys to trying to get the victory here tonight?
Definitely probably holding our pass blocks and our defense wrapping up and tackling.
And after last week's big win over Northwest Christian, how much confidence do you feel that gives you guys going up against a team like Vista Grande?
I feel like it gives us confidence, but it could also probably give us hubris too.
Well, Eli, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the pregame show. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
And thank you to Eli Allen for joining us on the pregame show, giving us his thoughts on tonight's matchup between Prescott and Vista Grande. John Rust with you, along with Prescott Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetton, getting ready to call the action. And weather could be a factor in this one. I mean, one thing is for sure, it's going to be a lot cooler tonight than it was our previous two games in Phoenix. Our temperature right now is 69 degrees here in Prescott under cloudy skies. And by the end of the game, we could get down to about 59 degrees. But the one thing we might have to contend with is rain, as the KYCA weather forecast is showing a 50% chance of rain in the Prescott area tonight. And Coach, I've been up here in the booth when you were coaching the Badgers, and I've seen my share of you guys having to play in the rain. Of course, that was when you had the natural grass field. Now it's artificial turf. So I wonder how different things will be in the if it rains. How different things will be on the turf compared to the old grass field.
Well, there were times the grass got muddy and wet and slick, but they got different kinds of cleats too for weather and stuff like this. So right now I think it's pretty solid. I mean, some rain still won't make much difference, I don't think, playing on this turf, but we will find out.
Yeah. And actually now Prescott were supposed to wear the camouflage jerseys tonight in honor of Military Appreciation Night. But, Coach, you found out just prior to the game they had to switch those uniforms because they were a little similar to what Vista Grande is wearing up here.
Yeah, they had some gray or something in it. It was too close. Matter of fact, when I walked up here, it seemed like a lot of white down there compared to what should be. So even though they were camel with white, gray, stuff like that. So I can see where the officials I would have had trouble, I think, watching some of that. But, yep. So, but good thing was they're reversibles. So all they did was turn them inside out, and they got another jersey.
Yeah, and actually they have the pink numbers, which you normally see for October, since that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I think the pink number is going to stand out a lot better than the numbers they have on the camouflage jerseys.
I have no trouble seeing those.
Yeah. And, well, folks, the captain's coming out to the field right now as we're just minutes away from the start of tonight's contest, week 4 for both the Badgers and Vista Grande. And that means it is time for the song dedication for tonight's game. And the one I'm going with is Cold, Cold Man by the swing, new wave, Latino-sounding prog rock band Saint Motel. It's going to be chilly tonight, and it could be raining, and that could mean a lot of cold, cold young men on the field trying to overcome the elements and get the win. And I had to throw in a Saint Motel song because I saw them in concert the other week. They opened up for Lindsey Sterling when I went there, and I became an instant fan of that band.
John, you're a music man. I like that.
Well, except really for country. I grew up.
That's okay.
I grew up in Jersey, so
I
us
understand.
Jersey people don't know much about country. So you got to cut me slack there.
You got a passion for this music, and that's a good thing to have. Keeps you energized, I can tell you.
Yeah. Hey, you haven't seen me at, like, say, a Butcher Baby or an Arch Enemy concert, man.
That
So.
would be interesting, John, no doubt.
Well, we are just about ready to get going here. Again, the Badgers coming off one of the more thrilling games we've had in years, a 42-41 victory over Northwest Christian last week. And actually, Vista Grande was involved in a pretty close game last week, too. They beat St. Joseph 26-24. Second close game they've had this season because Coconino gave them a good run for their money in the season opener. Vista Grande coming away with a 12-7 win against the Panthers.
See, I really can't compare them because I can't tell, what St. John has or the other opponents. So Coconino, I assume Coconino is pretty tough this year. But, yeah, you have two close games like that. That kind of got them a little prepared, too, knowing they can't walk over everybody.
And you're listening to Badger Football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is 7 o'clock. And we're just about ready for kickoff. Badgers will be kicking it away. Vista Grande to receive. Vista Grande in the all-white uniforms. Badgers in the blue uniforms with white pants, and they've got the pink numbers. Back to receive for Vista Grande. It's going to be number 6, DeMarco DeCastro. And I believe that's Fernando Moya also back there to receive. And that one is going to land in the end zone. And once again, the foot of Johan Gunderman coming into play.
Yeah, he's doing really well putting it in the end zone every time. Don't give them good field position.
And now we will see the Vista Grande offense led by their quarterback, Brendan Hunt. Hunt, 6 foot, 205 pounds, got some good size on him. Also has a good arm and a really good downhill runner for Vista Grande.
That's what the coach said. He's got some good speed, good power. He's 225 pounds, so that's a good-sized quarterback.
And Hunt will be in the gun all by himself there. And he will hand off, I believe, to Moya. And Moya gets tackled around the ankles and brought down. And
about 3 yards.
Looks like that's going to be Brody Hanna in on the tackle. Hanna actually taking over on defensive end tonight. Badgers did have to do a little shuffling there with Gunnar Parra out with an upper body injury.
He's doing really well out there in tackles. He's got 12, 14 tackles this year already, so he's doing well.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. All receivers deployed, it looks like, for Vista Grande. And actually, they're going to hand that one off to number 31, Jeremiah Wesselman. Wesselman going up to the left, and Wesselman
picked up 7. He got a first down.
Good job by Wesselman.
See who was in there, though.
Looked like a horde of Badgers, but Wesselman just able to get enough for that first down.
Looked like Trey Overton was in on that, too.
So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line as we are just underway. First of 3 straight home games for the Badgers. And then they have a bye week, so no traveling for us for the next month.
Yeah, you're home for a month. That's pretty nice.
And there's the give to number 1, and he gets tripped up immediately. Thomas Ortega Jr. getting wrapped up around the ankles, dropped to the ground. I think that might have been, actually, it looks like that was number 34 for Prescott, Ethan Groh.
Yeah, he came through really nicely. Ethan did a great job in there.
And that's actually going to go as a loss for a couple there for Ortega. So definitely a lot of weapons in this running game that Vista Grande can utilize. Going to bring up 2nd and 12 now for the Spartans at their own 29.
They got triangle trips left and twins right.
They can give his Hunt. Here's a short pass. Caught by number 2, Tion Green. Green going to take it all the way past the 40-yard line.
Got a first down. Adam Lloyd stopped him. Look, it's a nice little roll pass to the left. Dumped off to one of those 3 triangle receivers out there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Adam Lloyd, who after last week's game was just one big walking bruise. Probably still a little sore after last week's game, but he is in the lineup tonight.
That was a tough game. There was a lot of hard hitting last week.
Looks like the same formation here for Vista Grande,
yep,
Coach.
Motion.
And there's the give again to number 31, Wesselman. Wesselman breaking through the defense, finds a nice little gap, and it looks like he may have had the first down.
Yeah, he did. What they did is they did triangle trips left, twins right, motion to the trip side, and they had plenty of blockers over there. Pick up 10 yards.
And it looked like that was number 50, Wyatt Pierce, who got the finishing tackle. So now Vista Grande in Badger territory, 1st and 10 at the 49. 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Scoreless here. First drive of the game for Vista Grande. And there's the give to Ortega Jr. Ortega gets swamped by a bunch of Badger defenders, stopped at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play there for Ortega Jr.
We're doing a lot of motion, handoff sweeps. It's almost like quick sweeps. So hitting the outside a lot right now.
And 3 different guys carrying the ball so far for Vista Grande, so the Badgers not really 100% sure who they're going to have to take care of.
Okay, that triangle trips again with twins right.
Hunt backpedaling, looking for someone to get the ball to. He throws it down the far side of the field. Intercepted! Intercepted by the Badgers, and I think that was Uriah Tannett.
Yeah, Uriah got over there really well. He overthrew his receiver, and Uriah caught it just before he went out. It's a nice free safety coming to help out.
Tenacious T with a huge interception. And funny, Coach, because last week there was not a single turnover in the Prescott Northwest Christian game, and tonight here we are about 4 minutes into our contest. We already got a turnover.
Yeah, that's true. But Tannett's speed did that. He got over there quickly and caught it just before he went out of bounds. Yeah, last week with no penalties, no interception or anything like that, turnovers, that was incredible with the hard running that both sides had and throwing.
First INT of the season for Tannett, and he's right back on the field, under center at quarterback. He keeps the ball himself. He's rolling. He's throwing.
Wide open.
Man, wide open is right, and that is number 45 for the Badgers. Is going to go all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Parker Campbell. Parker Campbell, first time we've called his name out this year.
Yep, he was wide open. No one anywhere around him. I don't even know where he came from on that baby.
So, now I got to do math to figure out how long that touchdown was.
Yeah, it's pretty close to an 80-yard.
Yeah. Probably about 74-yard touchdown there.
Yeah, about 70. I'd give him 74.
So number 45, Parker Campbell, first action we've seen of him this season. He gets a big touchdown catch. And Mr. Automatic, Johan Gunderman, putting it through the uprights for the extra point. And with 7:56 to go in the first quarter, it is 7-0. Prescott on top. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
John Rust, Coach Lou Benetton with you here, and 7-0. The Badgers not wasting any time. Uriah Tannett getting an interception on defense, goes on offense at quarterback, and the first play of the drive puts it in the hands of number 45, Parker Campbell, for a 74-yard touchdown strike, and the Badgers up 7-0.
Parker did a good cutback after he caught that. Juked a little defender down there and went on the end zone. Did a nice job.
And once again, Johan Gunderman putting it into the end zone for the touchback. Vista Grande starting at their own 20-yard line for their second drive. By the way, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badger alum Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. Brendan Hunt getting his guys lined up at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Spartans. 7:55 remaining in the first quarter. Badgers up 7-0. Oh, and there's a little reverse. Yeah, to number 4. Eltorna Gant has the ball, and Gant still on his feet at the 35, at the 40, coming to the 45-yard line. Finally knocked out of bounds.
Yards. It's a nice little reverse. Again, they're doing a lot of action out of that trips left, twins right, a lot of motion. That way they did a reverse. Motion left, come back right.
Looked like it was Johan Gunderman who got a hand on there, getting the tackle.
Okay, now they're going to trips right, spread left. 2 receivers left in a spread.
And there's the give to number 2, Tion Green. Green going right up to the 50-yard line before he's finally halted. A pretty good gain there by Green. 8 yards picked up by Tion Green.
Looks like Adam Lloyd was in there. I can't pull the numbers very distinctly yet, John.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 now from the Badger 48.
Same formations.
And there's a give. It's Green again. Green finds a nice little gap up to the left side, makes a nice cut, and Green picks up the first down for Vista Grande. And the Spartans moving the ball pretty well here on their second drive. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted around the 44-yard line.
Okay, tight twins right, spread twins left, and they got a H-back with the quarterback.
And there's the give. Oh, no, actually it's Hunt who has the ball. A great fake there.
Caught him by the feet, some with the ankles.
Well, a great fake there. Hunt looked like he gave the ball to Green.
Hannah caught his ankles, and otherwise he had more Green.
And even with that tackle, still a pretty good gain there by Brendan Hunt, picking up about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now for Vista Grande. This time it's Green. Oh, Green upended.
Oh, yeah, Kassoon came in nicely, low, and picked him right up. That linebacker crew of Chamberlain and Kassoon and Hannah and Lloyd, they're getting a lot of action right in there.
And it looks like Cooper Kassoon is back to wearing number 49. And Coach,
yep,
well, I'll tell you after this play, because I have to do a correction here. There's the fake to Green, and being pressured is Hunt, but he breaks out of a potential sack, throws it right down the sidelines, and it's caught. And the receiver taken out of bounds, and we get a flag on the play.
It's going to be a personal foul. He was down. He was out of bounds. We hit him after he's out. 15 yards.
So a nice pass play there by Brendan Hunt, and I think that was to Eltorna Gant.
Tell you what, we had him, and he got away, had a little extra time, and that Gant got free.
So again, folks, it looks like we have to make a correction. It looked like it was actually number 49, Cooper Kassoon, who made that touchdown catch from Uriah to net. Again, up here, and sometimes with those fat pink numbers, sometimes a little hard to tell from our vantage point. It looked to me like a 45, but it looked like that was 49. And again, we were told that Kassoon's number tonight would be 52.
What are they doing?
Yeah, it looked like they were marching the Badgers back, but
looked like it was each team had a personal foul, I guess, or bite back almost. That's what I assume here.
Illegal block in the back, they're saying.
And then a personal foul.
Yep, so illegal block in the back for Vista Grande, and then a late hit for the Badgers.
So it's 3rd and 4. After all that walking around and walking it off.
So that negates what was a pretty good pass play there.
Put them on about the 20-yard line. Now they're back on about the 36.
Bunch of receivers deployed now for Vista Grande. Hunt going to run it himself. Got a little bit of room. Upended by one of the Badger defenders.
Yeah, he made it, boy, by a hair.
Hunt on the carry. He picked up 3 yards. It'll be first down.
So Hunt getting just enough for a first down. And that'll put the ball at the 33-yard line. First and 10, 4:55 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Badgers. Vista Grande trying to erase that 0 from their side of the scoreboard. And there is the give. There goes the run. That is number 12, and that is Levi Tavares. And Tavares with a pretty good run there, getting up to about the 28-yard line. 5-yard gain by Tavares. Man, Vista Grande has had about 6 different guys run the ball tonight, so everyone's got to be on their toes to see who's going to get that ball in any given play, including us broadcasters. And once again, it's Tavares. He finds a nice gap up the middle, slips through, gets to the 20-yard line, and again, a first down for Vista Grande. About a 7-8 yard pickup there by number 12, Levi Tavares.
They have a good variety of formations out there. You got trips, twins, double twins, and they're using their wide receivers for some running too.
Well, now we got Ortega and Tavares going out to the far side for the Spartans. Hunt barking out the signals. Tavares in motion.
Whoa.
He fumbles the ball, and Hunt still picks it up, makes a little run, and then gets sandwiched in between a couple of Badgers. And I think Hunt only picking up a yard on that one, but I mean, I'll tell you what, he's lucky he got any kind of yards because that came close to a fumble recovery.
Yeah, ball rolled out in front of him. He had to pick it up and do what he could with it.
2nd and 9 for Vista Grande. 3:24 remaining in the first quarter. Ball on the 19-yard line in Badger territory. Hunt again calling out the signals. And he gives the ball and wrapped up around the ankles. I think that was Moya. It is either 31 or 21. I can't really tell from up here.
Moya was the runner.
So Moya getting wrapped up around the ankles. Still picked up about 3 or 4 yards.
So it's 3rd and about 5, 3rd and 6. Linebackers doing a good job, and it shows the front line.
Ball at the 16-yard line in Badger territory. Moya standing next to Hunt in the gun. Hunt has the ball. Looks like the Badgers are ready for him. And we have one Badger jumping on the back of Hunt. A couple other Badgers coming in, crashing into him. And it looks like Hunt came up just shy of a first down. Going to be 4th and 1. Coach, what do you do? Kick the field goal or go for it here?
You go for it. They've been making some yards on their runs, so they're going to try to get what they can out of this. They've been averaging 3-4 yards a crack anyway, so.
And all they need is one here.
And like we called a timeout? Somebody
did. Badgers calling a timeout. Coach Collette want to talk it over and get his defense set with 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Hey, folks, tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com.
You know, I was down at the Cell Point Centennial game last night. Nate's coaching Cell Point. As we're sitting there, a couple other coaches, I saw Larry Feckenheimer. We talked for a while, and Nate and his coaches came over. Centennial had 16 recruits standing on the sideline, could not play. They're not eligible till after the 5th game.
Oh, boy.
They're all starters, but they're all 16, and that's the kind of stuff that these schools are going through now. They're recruiting, but 16 kids standing there, and they'll probably be starters after the 5th game, but we were talking about what are these other kids going to feel like? The ones that have been playing for 5 games, and all of a sudden these guys standing there come in and take over. Yeah, the transfers, the rules and stuff like that. Anyway, Cell Point won the game, 27-23. Great game.
So here we go, 4th and 1 for Vista Grande. Ball at the 11, and there's the run, and there's the jump, there's the tackle by the Badgers, and
looks like he made it.
Moya, yep.
Yep, he got it. Moya got it.
Fernando Moya with the 2-yard gain, and that is more than enough to keep this drive alive for the Spartans.
First and goal. From about, the 7?
Yeah, more like the 9-yard line, it looks like. Yeah.
Looks like the 9, yep.
Thomas Ortega Jr. heading out to the far side. Joining him there is Tavares.
All right, they got twins left.
Tavares in motion. And faking the give is Hunt, and Hunt finds a nice gap, and Hunt scoots into the end zone for the touchdown. Brendan Hunt. I'll tell you what, the offensive line opening up some nice holes there for Hunt to just get on through after he faked the ball to Tavares.
Yeah, they did. They get, like I said, that offensive line is pretty good size. That Duarte and Ferguson and Baca and Sandoval, they did a good job opening the hole up front.
So 7-6 to score, pending the extra point. And it looks like it is going to be Levi Tavares to kick the extra point. Holding is Ortega Jr. Oh, snap, and there's the kick, and it is good.
Oh, my goodness. That was a good recovery by that holder, and that kicker stayed composed. Wow.
Yeah, that ball just kind of skipped off the turf into the hands of the holder, but still Tavares able to put it through the uprights. And with 1:39 left to go in the first quarter, we're all tied up 7-7. Let's take a 30-second break here on our broadcast of Badger football. We'll be back with more right after this.
Did you know that Prescott True Value has a new department with its own building? That's right, Last Chance Clearance Center is now open in the historic gas station adjacent to Prescott True Value. A one-of-a-kind bargain center with everything 50% to 90% off. That's right, everything is at least 50% off all the way to 90% off. Last Chance Clearance Center is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 5. Stop in and check out all the amazing bargains right next door to Prescott True Value at 826 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
And we're back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Russ, Lou Benetone with you. As Brendan Hunt with that touchdown run for Vista Grande makes the score 7-7. Gregorio Hernandez kicking it away. And I think that might be Josiah Peoples returning, and Peoples busts through the middle. Peoples, and a touchdown saving tackle there by number 0, Blaine Abercrombie. And Joe Flya looked like he was ready to turn on the Jets and take it to the promised land, but Abercrombie coming in there, grabbing him around the ankles and dropping Josiah. But Josiah giving the Badgers good field position, Coach.
I'm surprised, knowing the speed of those returners back there, that they're kicking to him. Squibb, if anything, but I mean, that was a returnable one, and Josiah almost broke it, and one of their tacklers saved a touchdown. Still good field position.
1st and 10 for the Badgers from the Vista Grande 46 as the run goes up the middle. And not much doing on that run as the Vista Grande defense comes in there.
A couple yards.
Looked like that was Chamberlain for Prescott, picking up about 2 or 3 yards there. Call it 2, 2nd and 8 now for the Badgers.
We got an I formation. Tanet's underneath.
And Tanet holding the ball, scrambling. He throws to the end zone, and it's almost caught by Johan Gunderman.
He was open too. Beautiful throw. He beat his defender again. Defenders are having trouble with Gunderman, I'll tell you what. He's getting free a lot.
Again, had that ball right in his hands. Could have been the second long touchdown throw of the night for Uriah Tanet. First one went to Cooper Kassoon. Again, initially we thought it was Parker Campbell. Looked like number 45, but it was actually number 49. So we apologize for that confusion. Sometimes these numbers are a little hard for us to tell from up at our vantage point.
You know, that could have been a tackle eligible. That's why he got free. Because Kassoon was playing tackle, supposedly. But
3rd and 8 now for Prescott. Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Tanet rolling to the far side, still rolling.
Someone's open.
Now throws, and there's the catch on the far side, and I think that might be Eli Allen. And Allen taking that one past the 20-yard line. And Eli Allen, the tight end who we had on our pregame show, picking up a huge gain there, about 20, 25 yards, Coach.
Yeah, he was a nice tight end, just a little tight end release. Just Uriah was heading right, scrambling, and he just popped right off of that tight end side, wide open.
Going to be 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Looks like from the Vista Grande 19-yard line. 30 seconds remaining in the first stanza. 7-7 our score. Tennette calling out the signals. And there's the give to the first man through, and about a 2-yard gain.
You know, when Uriah's scrambling like that, the defense is automatically afraid of his speed and quickness and shifting. That's why that tight end probably got free. They started to come up more on him.
Looks like that was Isaac Brazino on the carry as the horn sounds, and that'll do her for the first quarter. Our score, Prescott 7, Vista Grande 7. We'll take a 30-second break, and we will be back with more of our broadcast of Prescott football right after this.
This is Steve Sischka with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Wander the Wild is the Highlands Center for Natural History's signature fundraising event. This year it will once again be a hybrid event with an online auction open to all from September 22nd to 28th and a live reception and auction on Sunday, September 29th from 2:30 to 5:30 on the beautiful grounds of the Windmill House in Chino Valley. All profits from the auction directly fund youth programs and scholarships to discover and explore our stunning Central Highlands. Go to highlandscenter.org for more info.
And we are back here at Bill Shepherd Field on the campus of Prescott High School. John Rust and Lou Benetton with you. 7-7 our score as we begin the second quarter. And the Badgers have the ball at, it looks like,
17-yard line. Okay, what do we got here?
And Uriah Tennette directing traffic here, trying to get the offense organized. Josiah Peoples coming over the near side.
Got an old T formation.
Kassoon in motion.
I got to double set in the backfield.
And I think
a lot of confusion going on.
Yeah, I think Tennette had to burn a timeout there. He was pointing rather vociferously at a few guys. And now it looks like one of the assistant coaches, Michael Tennette, coming out there and kind of giving the Badgers instructions. And again, Coach, looked like there was quite a bit of confusion there on that play. And before the clock even starts, Prescott had to burn a timeout here.
Yeah. They went out, set up in a T formation, and they moved one guy over left, 2 backs on the left. I saw that offense. I think ASU runs it, 2 backs on the left, the quarterback, or 2 backs on the right side, the quarterback. It was pretty effective for him.
Yeah.
So it looks like we may be trying some of that stuff.
Boy, oh boy, ASU having a great season this year, 3-0, and we'll have them on the air tomorrow here at KYC as they take on Texas Tech. 12:30 kickoff, 11:30 for the pregame for Sun Devil football.
All right, now they're in that wishbone.
Josiah
that's more of a that's slight wishbone, more of a T. Now they're motioning up. They're shifting. They got twins left, 2 back set left.
I think everything's copacetic with the Badgers. Tennette keeping the ball himself. Gets some nice protection there now. Tennette going to scramble, run himself at the 10. Tennette at the 5. And does Tennette get in the end zone?
Yes,
he does. Uriah Tennette just doing some fancy maneuvering there to get around the defenders of Vista Grande and is able to just get into the corner of the end zone there for the touchdown.
Yeah, he did a great maneuvering out there. First I thought there was a mess up, but I tell you what, he recovered and did a great job dodging people. He shifted, like I said, he's got good vision of the field.
I'll tell you what, for all the confusion that the Badgers had on that play, it worked out in the end. It may not have been the prettiest play executed, but you know what? It got the job done, and in my book, that's all that counts.
I tell you what, sometimes those happen.
Here's a kick by Gunderman, and ho-hum, the kick is good, and Johan Gunderman, 18 for 18 on his extra points this season.
That's phenomenal.
Uriah Tennette with a 17-yard touchdown run for the Badgers. 11:51 left to go in the second quarter. Our score, Prescott 14, Vista Grande 7. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hello friends, this is Travis Stead. When it comes to protecting your gutters from those pesky pine needles that never seem to land anywhere but inside your gutters making a mess, make the wise choice, Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have the fix that will last a lifetime. Needle Guard. Never let a loved one get on a ladder and clean your gutters again. Let our family take care of that. Arizona Seamless Gutters. Locally owned and operated since 1981. Call us today, 928-778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters. When it pours, we rain.
As we were saying during the break here, the Badgers looked like they had all kinds of confusion on that play. In some cases looked a little clueless there, but you know what? It all worked out in the end.
I think it confused the defense.
Maybe that's why it worked.
Yep.
And the return gets up to about the 23-24 yard line for Vista Grande, and ball carried. I think that was number 6, DeMarco DeCastro, who carried that ball.
Yeah, I think it was. Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from, actually they're going to call about the 22-yard line for Vista Grande as they now trail 14-7. Brendan Hunt will try to get his guys going here and try to retie the score. And again, just a great run there by Uriah Tannett, kind of turning nothing into something. And now we're going to get another timeout, it looks like. I think this one's going to be called by Vista Grande.
Yep.
And again, you really see the athleticism of Uriah Tannett on that run, Coach. Like I said, it looked like it was a little unsure for a moment who to give the ball to, couldn't find anyone to throw to, going down the far side. And there was just a crowded field down there of blue and white jerseys, and somehow Tannett was just able to slip his way around a whole bunch of Vista Grande defenders and make his way in the end zone. And it looked like he just got into the end zone. He was maybe a few inches from going out of bounds, but found enough blue turf there to get that touchdown.
Yeah, he did. Once you get him isolated out there, one-on-one or even one-on-two, it's even tough to do an open field tackle on him. He's so shifty and quick.
Well, Uriah Tannett, everyone talks about what an incredible basketball player he is, which he is, but he's also a darn good football player as well. All-conference honorable mention last year in football.
Yeah, he's been a phenomenal football player. And like you say, basketball.
Co-conference player of the year last year in the 4A for basketball.
Yep.
Hunt going to run it himself, takes it past the 25-yard line before he is finally stopped. Brody Hanna on the tackle. Brody Hanna having a great game last week against Northwest Christian, 11 tackles, and that monster pass deflection.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, Brody's doing good. Those inside linebackers, they got a lot of tackles last week.
Well, he comes from a pretty darn good athletic family, Coach. Quite a few Hannas have made their mark in athletics here at Prescott High School.
Yes, they have.
Hunt all alone in the backfield. And now he has number 31, Wesselman, on the move. Now looks like the give is to Wesselman, and didn't get a whole lot out of that run, Coach.
Nope, maybe a yard if that. Let's see. I don't even know if they did, about a yard.
Adam Lloyd was one of the guys in on the tackle there for Prescott. 10:44 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-7 is the score. Prescott on top.
Linebackers filled in really well and closed up front line up there on defense. Did a great job too.
Again, Hunt by himself in the backfield. All receivers deployed for Vista Grande. Now Hunt turning under pressure, gets tackled by Kassoon. Still gets the pass off, and it goes into the hands of Ortega. Ortega at the 20, at the 10, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And what a throw by Brendan Hunt. I mean, Cooper Kassoon was literally breathing down his neck. Hunt still gets the pass off, and Ortega, boy, oh boy, he had a lot of room there in the open field, and he just turned on the afterburners and sprinted into the end zone.
Threw it right over a defensive man's head, right into his hands. So it was a good pass, and the receivers got good speed.
And it looked like that was about a 74-yard touchdown pass as well.
It was.
Just a very impressive play there by Brendan Hunt. as it will be number 42, Gregorio Hernandez, to kick the extra point. And that one is good. So with 10:15 remaining in the second quarter, well, looks like we got ourselves a dogfight here tonight at Bill Shepherd Field. 14-14 our score. Let's take a 30-second break and be back after this.
It's Gina with the City of Prescott. It's time for this year's bulk item collection event, and we'll be coming through your neighborhood to collect those items that are too big for your regular trash bins beginning August 19th through October 4th. Remember to bag, box, bundle, and tie your items. Place them neatly at the curb by 6 a.m. of your designated Monday. To find out your week for this special event, go to PrescottRecycles.com. Bulk item collection is exclusive to residential trash customers. Commercial businesses and communities on dumpsters are not eligible.
Welcome back to Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Lou Benetton with you. 14-14 on just an outstanding pass play by Vista Grande QB Brendan Hunt, who looked like he was about a millisecond away from being sacked by Cooper Kassoon. Somehow got the ball off, somehow got it in the hands of Thomas Ortega, and Ortega just ran it into the end zone after that. Short kick there by Vista Grande. Here comes the return by Prescott, gets up to the 40-yard line, and now takes about 3 or 4 Vista Grande guys to finally wrestle the return man to the ground, and that is Brody Hanna.
Yep. It's a tough kid to pull down.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, he's a wrestler also,
yep,
Coach,
and
he
is.
I'm sure you had plenty of wrestlers on your team, and I'm sure you were grateful for it, because I'm sure all those guys were really hard to bring down.
I always love those wrestlers, you bet.
Multi-sport athletes, folks, that's the way to go.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 40 for Prescott. We're all tied up 14-14 here in the second quarter. 10:06 left to go.
Okay,
Peoples in motion. And there's the give to Adam Lloyd. Lloyd going up to the left side. Lloyd taken down from behind.
3 yards.
And Adam Lloyd, who had a pretty darn good game last week against Northwest Christian, rushing for 104 yards and a touchdown. Also picked up 5 tackles as well.
Yeah, he did a great job both sides of the ball last week. Okay, we got wide receivers spread. Right end. Oh, what happened?
Yeah, looks like we got a flag come flying in.
Illegal procedure.
False start against Prescott, so that's going to set him back 5. Still second down. So it looks like it'll be
about 12.
Yep. Yeah, Badgers definitely want to avoid this. They had a lot of penalty issues a couple weeks ago against Thunderbird. They don't want to go through a repeat of that here tonight.
Got Eli Allen out there, the tight end spread wide with the halfback behind him. Okay, motion. They got trips, what they did.
Tannett rolling under pressure, now scrambling to the near side, getting away from the defenders of Vista Grande, and Tannett going to take it himself out of bounds, and Tannett gets up to the 45-yard line. And again, Coach, you want to talk about someone who is almost absolutely impossible to sack. I mean, Tannett had 2 guys right on his 6, but you saw what he did with that incredible speed of his. Just went to the far side, went to the near side, made the turn, and picked up a huge gain for Prescott.
Yeah, he did. Like I said, he's quick, he's fast, and he has good vision that field, and found that sideline and hit it right up it.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Badgers as they have the ball right around the 45-yard line.
All right, we got trips left.
People's in motion.
Got 4 to the left. 4 to the left. It's a rollout. Give him some protection.
Tannett backing off, making the throw, and a leaping catch made by Josiah Peoples.
That was a great catch.
And Peoples.
Great throw, great catch. He went up for it like a basketball player.
Yeah, which he is, and a darn good one, too. Josiah. I'll tell you, at that time it looked like Vista Grande was going to get the sack on Tannett, and I think Tannett kind of threw up a prayer there.
Yeah, what do we got? Is there a penalty or what?
Oh, come on.
I have no idea.
Actually, yeah, I see one on the far side.
Let's see what it is.
Oh, no, don't tell me that play's going to get erased.
Everybody's standing still where the Marlins marks. They're not making a move yet.
Well,
let's see.
Illegal shift on the Badgers.
Okay.
Oh, an incredible highlight reel play there to net to Peoples, and now that's erased on a penalty. Unfair, man.
He went up like he's getting a rebound. That was a great play. And Tanet laid it right out to him, so it was nice. He was scrambling like crazy. They're doing a nice triple, if not a quad formation on the left when he rolls that way. He's got plenty of blockers to try to find a couple receivers open out there, and it's been pretty effective.
3rd and 10 from the 40 now for Prescott.
At the old wishbone now, here we go.
Tanet fakes the give, being pursued by a couple of Spartans. Now Tanet hurls that one downfield. Oh, to a wide open receiver. I think that's Gunderman. And Gunderman's going to take it in the end zone for the score. And no flags on the play. Back-to-back incredible passes by Tanet, but this time it will count.
I don't understand how these teams are leaving these guys open.
I wonder if
knowing these two are the top receivers, and we can air it out and they can get open down here. I mean, he was wide open.
I'm just wondering if maybe there's more.
I don't get it.
And I'm wondering if there's maybe just a lot more focus on Tanet trying to bring him down. But, yeah, it just boggles my mind, too, that Gunderman was open like that.
Yeah.
And that, again, Tanet was able to efficiently avoid the sack.
Yep.
And speaking of Gunderman, here's the kick. And no surprise, Johan Gunderman, perfect on his extra point.
This is Ann Wilson with Yavapai County Food Bank. No one should ever go to bed hungry, but with inflation on the rise, the need is greater than ever. Did you know that you can make a real impact and get an end-of-the-year tax credit for your generosity? $400 single and $800 married. Call 928-775-5255 today to donate to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Help us feed the hungry, support your community, and make a difference. That's 928-775-5255. Yavapai County Food Bank. Together, we can change lives.
Back here at Bill Shepherd Field, John Rust and Lou Benetone with you after witnessing an astounding play. Uriah Tanet to Johan Gunderman for 60 yards. And, yeah, Coach, I think both of us are still trying to figure out how the Spartans could have left Gunderman that wide open. My only thing is, maybe they were concentrating a little too much on trying to bring Uriah Tanet down. But still, you got to have some guys on Gunderman and Peoples. And also credit for Uriah Tanet, who just had a lot of guys right in his grill and still able to throw the ball and put it on target.
Now, you don't have your corners, safeties, and strong safeties worry about a quarterback. You leave up the defensive line, your linebackers. What they did, I don't know how they did it or why they did it.
And another Gunderman kick lands in the end zone. Johan Gunderman, 60-yard touchdown reception for him. And for Johan Gunderman this season, that is his 3rd touchdown catch.
Good for him. Yeah, I'm surprised a lot of these linebackers and corners are taking an inside approach on Tanet instead of an outside-inside. Because once he gets outside, you're in trouble. You want to take that outside away from him. And right now they've been taking the inside, and he's got the outside. And he's picking up yardage that way.
Well, Brendan Hunt back out there, leading the offense and giving up to Brendan Hunt and Vista Grande. So far, they've done a pretty good job of responding to Prescott's touchdowns. 21-14 our score. Vista Grande trailing as Hunt gets wrapped up around the ankles, able to slip it off, but that holds him up enough for, looked like Cooper Kassoon and Adam Lloyd to come in there and finish off Hunt, but still he gains a couple of yards.
Yeah, we had big old Blake Glory in there grabbing his feet. So that was good. Is that Blake out there, I think? Or is that 77?
Yeah, kind of hard to tell with, like I said, those fat pink numbers. 2nd and 8 now for Vista Grande. 7:35 remaining in the second quarter. Hunt backpedals. Now airs it out to the far side, and almost caught. Looks like that was intended for number 0, Blaine Abercrombie.
I thought that was a catchable ball. Thought he was doing a basket catch, but it went right through his hands.
That'll bring up 3rd down for Vista Grande. By the way, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. There's so much more than a hardware store. And it looks like Vista Grande starting to deploy their troops. Looks like we're going to have 2 receivers out to the near side, Coach.
Yeah, they got twins right, twins left, and a halfback with quarterback and shotgun.
And Hunt.
Now
Hunt has a lot of open room. He's going to run, and Hunt going to get the first down. Makes the turn at the 40-yard line, run out of bounds. And boy, oh boy, give it up to the O-line there for Vista Grande. They created a huge hole for Brendan Hunt, and he exploited that.
Yeah, he had a gigantic hole right up the middle.
Brendan Hunt, who began the night with 171 rushing yards for the Spartans. Now it'll be 1st and 10 from the Spartan 43 with 7:16 remaining in quarter number 2.
All right, they got twins again, twins left, twins right.
And there's, and Moya got the ball, and then Moya slipped and fell, I think right before he got to the line of scrimmage.
And there's no rain. So that's interesting. I wonder what kind of cleats he has. Maybe you better pay attention to that, especially if you're playing on artificial turf.
So Moya stops himself and loses a yard. So 2nd and 11 now for Vista Grande at their own 42.
Trips again, both sides. Twins.
Moya with the ball. This time Moya on his feet. Moya still on his feet and is able to push his way through the Badger defense and gets a first down and give it up to Fernando Moya after tripping over his own 2 feet. Moya able to make up for that with a really good, hard-fought first down run.
Picked up 15 yards. All right, they're doing that twin set, kind of spreading the defense out a little bit. They got a tailback.
A fumble, and the Badgers get it.
We got it, I think.
I believe the Badgers got it.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, they're making a lot of mistakes out there, which is okay for us.
Fumble on the exchange. The Badgers get the ball. We're still trying to find out who got that fumble for Prescott. Either way, possession goes to the Badgers. And it's Josiah Peoples who comes up with the fumble recovery for Prescott. We normally see Josiah's heroics on offense, but Joe Flya getting it done on defense tonight with a big fumble recovery there. And the Badgers go right back on offense, and they lead 21-14.
All right, we got trips. Okay, we got Eli Allen out here.
And there is the give to the running back up the middle. Looks like that's Lloyd. And Lloyd finds a little bit of a gap, gets past the 50-yard line. So pretty good run by him up the middle.
5 yards. Hey, you can get 3 to 5 yards a crack. That's great.
2nd and 5 now for Prescott. By the way, we do have a score from down in Phoenix. And it's Bradshaw Mountain 7, St. Mary's nothing.
St. Mary's was pretty good last year. I have no idea what they lost or what they got back. Good for Bradshaw.
And there's give. Run goes up the middle for Prescott. And it looked like that was Isaac Brazino.
Yep, it was Brazino. Picked up about 2.
Bring up 3rd and 3 now for the Badgers. By the way, stick around for our halftime show. Senior Spotlight interview tonight will be Uriah Tennett, And we'll also have a halftime interview with Reese Sorensen of the Prescott badminton team, who are undefeated so far this season. Coach Bobby Yoder doing just another tremendous job with that badminton team.
Okay, we're back to twins both sides. Tailback, shotgun.
And there's the give. Run goes up the middle. I think that might be Brazino again.
It's going to be close. I think he made it. Stopping the clock. Let's see.
Yep. See if Cool Breeze was able to pick up the first down. Still waiting for the chain gang to move, and they've placed the ball, and yep, first down by Isaac Brazino.
And by a nose. That's good.
That's going to put the ball at the 43-yard line in Vista Grande territory. 4:30 left to go in the second quarter. Badgers up 21-14. Tennette gives that one, looks like to Adam Lloyd, and Lloyd gets wrapped up, pushed around. Looked like it was Blaine Abercrombie, first in on the tackle.
Lost a yard, I think. Let's see. No, I guess it was right up line scrimmage.
2nd and 10 for Prescott. Josiah Peoples back in the game. And it looks like Isaac Brazino going to take a breather. Badgers 2-1 on the season. Vista Grande 3-0.
Okay, we're going with our little trips left again. Halfback set left.
Tennette.
That's the motion. There you go.
He rolls to the far side under pressure. Gets away from the sack. Throws the ball and off the numbers of Johan Gunderman. And again, Tennette being chased all around the backfield. Gets the throw off. Had it on target to Gunderman, and it just hit off his chest and fell to the ground.
He was coming back pretty hard. He was doing a comeback to help the quarterback, which you want your receivers to do. That was a great move on his part. A little too much motion backwards.
And again, Coach, just some impressive scrambling there by Uriah Tennette to just again and again. It's just incredible how that guy can just avoid the sack.
Yeah, but the receivers are coming back to help him when they see him scrambling, which is good. And he's got, like I said, good vision in the field to find those receivers.
3rd and 10 now for Prescott. Tennette gets some protection. He's going to run the ball himself. Scoots by one tackle. Now makes the turn and is able to run down the sideline. Now gets pushed out of bounds into the Vista Grande bench area, but no chance for a first down there. Tennette may have picked up about 5 or 6 yards.
Davis is down. Hope Davis is okay.
Actually, I think that might be Dalton Scott,
that's
actually,
Dalton.
number
that's
72.
Dalton. That's Dalton Scott.
Yeah, it looked like Dalton got up for a second, was helped up by some of his teammates. Now he's back down on the ground. And trainer Trent James and some of his assistants out there tending to Dalton Scott. Scott, who's been having a pretty good season on the O-line this year, and we hope he's okay.
He's done a great job out there blocking-wise, pass protection. He's gotten better each game. So Dalton's going to be okay there.
So we got a bit of a delay here as Dalton Scott being tended to. While we have this delay, folks, I want to remind you that Badger football is sponsored in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, the Verde Valley, and Flagstaff, where good enough just isn't. Also, along with ASU football tomorrow, well, tomorrow is going to be Sports Saturday on KYCA. We'll have ASU football for you at 11:30. Then at 8 o'clock, Tri-City Sports Roundup. And joining me on the Tri-City Sports Roundup tomorrow will be Prescott High School Hall of Famer Kelly Cordes.
He's not putting much weight at all.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle.
Yeah.
Chances are it might be an ankle.
Yeah, they are keeping that 1 foot of Dalton Scott's off the field as he's being helped off by Trent James and I think one of his assistants.
There's so much movement in that line where you're so tight inside there. Bodies flying everywhere. And
now they're bringing him right over to the trainer's table, and certainly we wish the best to Dalton Scott. Hate to see stuff like that happen.
Yeah, we do, definitely.
4th and 6 now for Prescott. And it looks like the Badgers going to go for it here. Cody Collette making a big roll of the dice here.
Okay, they're back, motion back into the wishbone. Wide receiver right, tight ends outspread to the left.
Tannett gets a snap, fakes the give. Tannett rolling. And now making a little short pitch. Oh, the throw comes up short. Looks like it was intended for Cooper Kassoon. And that ball fell maybe about 2 yards shy of Kassoon's hands.
What's happening is when Tannett's scrambling to the right, he's waiting for that corner linebacker to come up on him, and that leaves that guy open. That's just threw a little bit short. Kind of tried to dump it off.
So the 4th down conversion fails for the Badgers, and back on offense, Vista Grande. Brendan Hunt. Brendan Hunt has only had 2 throws tonight. One of them was a 74-yard touchdown strike to Thomas Ortega Jr.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
Of course, Vista Grande with a pound and ground reputation, and they're putting that to full use here as it's Tion Green with the ball.
Uh-oh, we got a penalty here. Let's see what it is.
Well, it looks like it's in Vista Grande's side of the field. Might be holding, but we'll see. I believe that was Isaac Brazino with the tackle, but again, we'll wait and see what the penalty is here. Yep.
Holding on offense. Moving back 10 yards.
By the way, we got a text from one of our good friends of KYCA, Prescott Deputy Police Chief John Brambilla, who wants to inform me that he's actually in my native state of New Jersey right now, checking out our broadcast of Prescott football.
Good for John. Hello, John.
Hey, John. Brendan Hunt with the run. Oh, Brendan Hunt getting sandwiched and brought down, and the Badgers score the sack.
We had good pass coverage. We couldn't find anybody open. And by the time he was trying to move, we had him cornered.
And it looks like Josiah Peoples had a hand in that sack.
Josiah's come up really well.
By the way, since John Brambilla's out in Jersey, 2 bits of advice. Get yourself some pizza. You can find good pizza all over the state. Get yourself great cheesesteaks. Oh, 3rd piece of advice. Italian ice, man. Got to do Italian ice.
Do it for me.
2nd and 24 now for Vista Grande. There's a short
screen pass.
And getting tripped up is the receiver, and that is Moya. Moya, it looked like he was able to get maybe 8 or 9 yards out of that.
Nice little screen, picked up about 8.
Still a long way to go for Vista Grande to pick up the 1st down. 3rd and 17 now.
Yeah, he's got a ways to go.
And a minute 54 remaining in the first quarter. Or excuse me, first half, I should say.
It's gone quickly.
Yes,
Even though
it
there's been a
has.
few penalties. And
well, a lot of ground game tonight, especially by Vista Grande.
yeah.
So Hunt from the gun.
Whoa, that snap is really getting a little.
And there's the throw.
Oh.
Well,
Underthrew.
kind of a fallback diving catch attempt by Braden Brown. And it looked like when he fell, it looked like the ball might have hit off his knees or his shoes.
Yeah, he was tried to come back but fell back.
But I'll tell you, good coverage by the Badgers on him. Looked like Uriah Tannett, one of the guys who did a really good job of covering Brown.
Tell you what, that snapper is having trouble getting that ball to.
Yeah, kind of threw it off to Hunt's side there.
Yeah, I've seen it several times now. He's had to reach or adjust to catch that snap. It's not coming right to him. It was a snap to his left.
Spartan's going to take a timeout with 90 seconds left in the first half. By the way, folks, want to remind you that you are listening to Prescott Football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is coming up on 8 o'clock. And our score here, 21-14, and it's 4th down. Vista Grande Well, we assumed they'll punt away, but they took a timeout, so you got to wonder, does Coach John Roberts have something up his sleeve?
Now they're going punt formation.
Probably the biggest piece of advice, do whatever you can to kick it away from Uriah Tennett, like far away from Uriah Tennett. Like maybe kick it out to Walker or something.
Yep, they did kick it away from him. It was hopefully a bounce they wanted. Short kick, though.
Yeah, Tennett barely even moved. I think he took 2 steps and went, forget about it.
Yeah, we're taking over at about the 40, 44. It was maybe a 20-yard kick.
So we'll see what the Badgers can do here in the final minute 24 of the second quarter. And definitely a much different game from when we were down at Vista Grande last year when it was pretty much all Vista Grande. Tonight, actually both teams putting on a pretty darn good show tonight.
Yes, they are. It's another good game.
Bo Bryce looked like he was coming out of the game for a second. Now he's going back out to the line. And it looks like Uriah Tennett going to be under center here. Peoples in motion. Tennett drops back. Now got to run away from the potential sack. And this time, it looked like that was number 10.
Yep.
And that was a Theon Arole, one of the top defensive ends in the state. Had some good pursuit there on Tennett. Was able to grab him by the ankles and bring him down. Tennett still able to get a yard out of that run.
Yeah, he ran him down.
1 minute left to go in the first half. That's the first time tonight we've seen someone on the defense be able to bring down Uriah Tennett in a situation like that.
Yeah, because he had some daylight in front of himself too again.
Tennett now back in the gun. He drops back. The pursuit is coming. Tennett makes the turn and try to find someone to throw it to. And now Tennett just runs out of bounds. And this time it looked like Vista Grande had some good coverage on Prescott's receivers because you saw Tennett stop, and it's like, there ain't no one to throw it to. I just got to get out of bounds.
Tell you what, he's still scrambling like that, and the receiver's coming back and trying to break loose. They've been successful at times doing that tonight.
Bring up 3rd and 4 now for Prescott. Ball is at the 30, or actually I should say it's 36 seconds left to go here in the half.
Ball's at the 50. Okay, we're in a, there we go, get Trips right, motion in Trips. There's wide open there, it's wide open.
There's the throw, and there is the catch made by number 84, Eli Allen, and Allen going to pick up a first down as he gets up to around the 42-yard line.
They had everybody covered over there. I don't understand that. They had 3 defensive backs, they had 2 receivers go down, and they left this guy come. No one came up on him. I think the coach is going to be talking to these DBs because they're really messing up. I mean, there's 3 on 2, and this guy comes out of nowhere, and no one picks him up.
I'll tell you what, Coach, Eli Allen, only a sophomore here, but it just seems like every week his play gets better and better, and certainly Coach Collette starting to utilize him more in the offense.
Hey, you got to utilize your tight end. I loved utilizing our tight end in that wing tee. But, I mean, this guy's out there, and his backs just back off and leave him right there. And he's got some passes tonight, so we'll see if they make adjustments or let us keep that kind of game going. It's a good rollout. Just dump it off.
28 ticks left to go here in the second quarter. 21-14, Prescott on top.
Okay, now we got Trips right. Got Kassoon. Kassoon's the tight end left.
Tennett all by himself.
Okay, they move Kassoon out to spread. Try to isolate.
And now Brazino in motion. Oh, and I think we're going to get a false start here. As we had people
I think they're all on defense. I think defense came across first. So it's going to be against defense, I think.
Yeah, it looks like the referee is talking it over with one of the other officials. So we'll see what the call is. Again, 28 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And here comes the call. Offsides
Yep,
against Vista Grande. So it'll be 1st and 5 now for Prescott.
Offside on Vista Grande. 5-yard penalty.
Okay, we got trips right again.
Tanette all by himself in the gun.
And we're moving Kassoon out wide.
Brazino in motion again. Tanette fakes the give to Brazino. Now Tanette going to run. He's got some daylight. Tanette going to the near side. Almost avoided the sack. Avoided the tackle. But a nice bear hug there by Blaine Abercrombie to throw Tanette out of bounds. And the clock stops at 18 seconds.
What do we got?
Not sure if Tanette got the first down there.
No, he's short.
Oh, we got a penalty.
Holding.
Holding against Prescott. Well, so much for that run. That's going to set the Badgers back.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 15. 1st and 16.
18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
First down and 15 for the Badgers.
Yeah, they're going to call it 1st and 15 from the Spartan 46-yard line.
Try to hit one of our receivers. We're going to try to put it in the end zone here with 18 seconds left.
Eli Allen coming in. He's going to replace number 20, Luke Mason.
Still have Gunderman wide right. We're going to go with Peoples wide left. And they got the two back. Here we go. Nope.
Yeah, looks like Brazino going to be standing near Uriah Tanette. Tanette backs up, got some pressure, and avoids the sack. Now throws downfield, and it's caught! Badgers with the catch, and it's Josiah Peoples. And I think he got close to a first down, but he's flung back to the 45-yard line.
They're going to call a personal foul, I think, because of he probably blew the whistle and nobody stopped tackling.
Whoa.
That could give us a first down. 5 seconds left.
With Uriah Tanette at quarterback and guys like
That's
Peoples and Gunderman and in the receiver core.
Personal foul.
And Josiah Peoples,
wow,
laying down at the 45-yard line. And the trainer's now coming out to look at Peoples. And Coach, I was looking at Josiah Peoples. Did you see what that foul was?
I think it was personal foul. I think they blew the whistle to stop the play, and they kept tackling him and took him down. Then the flag came. So personal foul against Prescott. Against Vista. So now it's 5 seconds left, first down.
And Josiah coming off the field, but Josiah coming off under his own power. So that is a good sign.
Yeah.
And, now we're going to have, I think Vista Grande jumped off sides.
No, I think he just killed the ball.
Oh, okay.
So bring on the field goal team.
I was going to say, this drive is taking forever to complete.
Yeah, going for a field goal.
Gunderman on for the field goal.
I think this is Johan Gunderman's first field goal attempt of the season.
I think you're right.
Tanette holds. There's the line drive kick, and it is good. Time expires here in the first half as Johan Gunderman just barely put it through the uprights. But you know what? Barely is good enough. So 24-14 is our score here at halftime, thanks to that field goal by Johan Gunderman. So we'll take a break here. We'll take a 30-second break, and when we come back, well, we will have our interviews that we normally do at halftime. We'll have our senior spotlight with Uriah Tanette, and we will also have a halftime interview with Reese Sorensen of the Prescott badminton team. That's all coming up on the other side of this break. We'll be back after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just moved to town, we invite you to celebrate this milestone with us. Book a free consultation today and visit blindbrothersaz.com.
Welcome to another edition of Senior Spotlight. I'm John Rust, and joining me tonight is Prescott High School quarterback Uriah Tennett. Uriah, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So, Uriah, let's go back to last week's game, and I don't even know where to start from that. That had to be one of the most thrilling Prescott games I've seen in a long time, and, of course, you played a big role in it. Just your thoughts on that just incredible win you got over Northwest Christian.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. They came and beat us last year at our house, and we went over there this year, and we got the win over there, so we were real happy about it.
And, of course, tonight you got a pretty big challenge. You got Vista Grande coming to your place, the first of a 3-game homestand. Thank you very much for that. Just your thoughts on what kind of Vista Grande team you're going to be facing tonight.
It's going to be a real physical game. I think it's going to be a real good game. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be just the same as Northwest Christian, and it's 2 top 10 teams. So I think it's going to be a good one.
All right, let's get to know you a little bit better here, Uriah. First off, what got you interested in playing football?
My older brother and my dad always played football growing up, so now I play football. So I kind of just followed them.
What was the best game you ever had?
I grew up in California, so I had a youth football game in California, and it was a championship game. It was 2 seconds left, and I threw the game-winning touchdown. So I was really excited about that, and we won the championships.
Where was the worst place you ever played?
I would have to say Coconino my freshman year.
What other sports do you play besides football?
I play basketball, and I ran track freshman year, but now I just play basketball and football.
And along with playing here in Prescott, you also had the opportunity to go overseas to Europe and play over the summer. So talk about that experience.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. I was really blessed for getting the opportunity to go do that, and I think I made the most of it.
Who is your favorite professional athlete?
My favorite professional athlete is, for basketball, it's Anthony Edwards. For football, it's C.J. Stroud.
Who is your favorite professional team?
My favorite professional team is the Lakers.
What's your favorite subject in school?
I would have to go with history.
What's your favorite thing about going to Prescott High School?
Just the community, everybody, it's just a really good community, and it's good to be around.
Who's your favorite musician or band?
My favorite musician is Lil Baby.
What's your favorite movie?
I would have to go with Space Jam.
Michael Jordan or LeBron version?
Well, the Michael Jordan version is better, but I like LeBron more.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food would be street tacos.
What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
I like to play basketball. I love to play basketball. I'm always in the gym playing basketball and doing that. If not, I'll be playing video games with my friends.
Okay. And finally, what are your plans for after graduation?
Hopefully go to school to play basketball.
All right, well, Uriah, I want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight on Senior Spotlight.
Cool, thank you.
I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
Welcome to our halftime interview, where we feature one of the many other sports teams here at Prescott High School. And tonight, we're going to be featuring badminton. And joining us is their senior player, Reese Sorensen. Reese, thanks for being with us here tonight.
Thank you.
And Reese, it just seems like year after year, the same thing with badminton. You ladies get off to a great start, and no change this year. You're off to another great start. You're undefeated here on the season as I talked to you on Wednesday. So just your thoughts. Why has Prescott badminton once again been so successful?
We have great players and a great coach, and we just work really hard.
And I think one of the really interesting things is that a lot of the players who helped this team get another state runner-up finish last year, they've graduated. So a lot of changes in the starting lineup. So talk about how much it's meant for you to have that much success with so many new players in the starting 6.
I guess it's just that we all work hard. We've all played before, so we just work well as a team.
I know that a lot of the matches you've had, you've won in 9-0 sweeps, but I imagine there's going to be some tougher competition coming up down the road. So talk about what you're going to have to do in order to beat those teams.
Well, we play Chaparral next week, and for the tougher teams, it's more of like a mental game than a physical game. So it's really important that we focus on what we're doing and not getting in our own heads, and that helps us to play better because we have the skills that it takes to beat the other teams. We just need to make sure we don't get down on ourselves and that we focus.
You look back over the last several years, and Prescott Badminton has been one of the best badminton teams in the state at Division II. So do you feel that there's a lot of pressure on you ladies this year to keep that tradition of success going?
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure, but it's mostly from ourselves. It's not. I feel like no one else is telling us that we have to be amazing. We just look at the players that have left and the people we look up to, and we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, I can never be that. But just looking at how far we've come from the beginning of the season, it's only been a couple weeks. We've already gotten a lot better, which I guess shows how we're already living up to it in ways we didn't realize.
And obviously, badminton isn't one of these sports that has a feeder program, say, in junior high school or club teams or anything like that. So how did you become a badminton player here at Prescott High School?
I think I heard about it from a friend, but the reason I think our team has so much, everyone knows about us so much, is because Bobby's in the athletic department, and so she can spread the word pretty easily.
So why did you yourself want to become a badminton player?
It sounded fun. So, yeah.
Just looking ahead, what do you think it's going to take for Prescott to reach the state championship match again and hopefully this time get the big win?
I think it's just going to take supporting each other more, because a lot of times we get so in our heads about winning our own matches that we don't think to encourage our teammates or to let them know they're doing well, which I think would go a long way just for a compliment or to give them some advice if they need help.
Okay, well, Reese, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Halftime Show. Best of luck to you and the rest of the badminton team this year.
Thank you.
Did you know that Prescott True Value has a new department with its own building? That's right, Last Chance Clearance Center is now open in the historic gas station adjacent to Prescott True Value, a one-of-a-kind bargain center with everything 50% to 90% off. That's right, everything is at least 50% off, all the way to 90% off. Last Chance Clearance Center is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 5. Stop in and check out all the amazing bargains right next door to Prescott True Value at 826 Miller Valley Road in Prescott.
And we are back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust with you as it is halftime, and our score at half 24-14 in favor of the Badgers, and the Badgers tacking on a few more points right as the horn sounded to end the first half, thanks to Johan Gunderman's first field goal of 2024. And once again, Uriah Tanett doing a great job in the passing game. A 74-yard TD pass to Cooper Kassoon, and then a 60-yard touchdown pass to Johan Gunderman. Also, Uriah Tanett getting a 17-yard run as well. And Uriah Tanett getting an interception in the first quarter as well. So Tanett just doing it on all phases of the game. Also a fumble recovery by Josiah Peoples, and we did see Peoples kind of fall to the ground a little bit, or fall to the ground toward the end of the first half, and then Peoples did get up, walk off the field under his own power, so that is a good sign. So I would imagine it looks like Peoples, we will be seeing him during the second half too, but I think that got everyone a little nervous, especially after last week when he came off the field, and Coach, we could tell that Josiah was in a lot of pain after he jammed his thumb into the turf, but I did get a chance to talk to him during the flag football game here Tuesday night. He said, yeah, I do have a bone bruise in the thumb, but you know what? I'm fine. I'm good to go is what he said.
He's going to play through that. Those are the little bruises and stuff like that you can play through, and the kid that loves the game does it, and that's what he's doing.
Okay, also, we do have an update on the Diamondbacks game as they won today, 7-4 the final score. And D-backs trying to keep pace with the New York Mets for that second wild card spot there in the NL. Also, last report, Bradshaw Mountain leading St. Mary's 7-0. And, I think it's not. This doesn't come as a surprise, Coach, because we were talking about it with Bradshaw Mountain. When you have a coach like Bob Young, and you've seen him do this, I don't know how many times. When you were coaching at Prescott, he was coaching at Mingus. It's like Bob Young could have a team that starts out 0-4, and then they go on a 6-game winning streak to end the season.
Yeah, they do. I mean, he turns his kids around. He stays persistent with it, and he makes ball players out of his kids before they're done.
Also, we had the Ray Worley Cross Country Invitational take place earlier today, and Prescott High School was involved in that, and Prescott boys putting in a good performance there as they finished second at the Invitational. Will Townsend, the highest finisher for Prescott. Also, Chino Valley was involved in that. Their boys team came in third, and Maddie Metz, the winner in the number 2 and 3 race. So the locals doing very good at the Ray Worley Invitational. In fact, Ray Worley, just like you, Coach, you were both inducted into the Prescott High School Hall of Fame just a few weeks back.
Yeah, Ray's been around here just like I have a long time. Did a great job with track, cross country. Had some very successful teams, and it's nice that they have an invitation named after him because he spent a lot of time with that.
Yeah. And also, again, I plan to talk to Kelly Cordes a lot more about this tomorrow on Tri-City Sports Roundup. Just nice that they now have the legacy category in the Prescott High School Hall of Fame. So people who, maybe they weren't athletes here at Prescott High School, but they certainly contributed very, very importantly to the overall success of athletics, and now there is a spot in the Hall of Fame for them. I think the legend himself, Cal Cordes, was the very first one to go into the legacy category, and then of course they grew it by leaps and bounds this year with yourself and Ray Worley, longtime baseball coach Les Fenderson, former athletic director and football coach Bill White, another former football coach Bill Gahn, Bertie Farrell was another one, and of course the man who this field is named after, Bill Shepard, also going into the Hall this year.
Yeah, it's been a nice addition when they did that. I mean, I've been here 52 years and, coached about 40-some years, so it's nice. We didn't expect that to happen because we're here for the kids and the boys in the school, but it's nice they at least came through and started recognizing some of the coaches and people that put a lot of years and time into the program.
Absolutely. I know when Missy Townsend first announced it, I was totally on board with that. As I always like to bring up, I equate it with, say, the Builders category in the Hockey Hall of Fame, where you may not have played, but you did something that really contributed to the overall success of the sport.
Yeah. I mean, as coaches and stuff, we're here for the kids. And when you see the success of kids, sports builds so much character and things in our kids. It makes them good men and good women and so forth and successful. So it's a big part of the program at school, and it was a big part of my life.
Yeah. And, of course, as I mentioned before, I said I was talking with Josiah Peoples at the flag football game here Tuesday night. And, yes, flag football season is officially underway here at Prescott High School, the first ever flag football season in the history of Prescott High School. And, boy, oh boy, Coach, these girls are really putting a stamp on this program in the early going. Prescott flag football has played 2 games, and they've won them both. They beat Boulder Creek Tuesday in their inaugural game 10-0. Then last night they made the trip over to Kingman to play Kingman High School. They won that one 29-0. And, to get 2 wins as a brand new program is impressive enough, but to get your 2 wins by shutting out the other team, it looks like we may have something special here with this first-year flag football team at Prescott High School.
It sure does, and that's nice. I mean, they got their offense going, their defense is solid, so sounds like they're just getting better and better each week, and it's going to be interesting to see how things progress. But they sound like they're having a lot of fun, and I think that's great.
Well, I'll tell you what, they certainly recruited for that team well from the ranks of Prescott Athletics, because when I was here Tuesday, and Robert Swan, the great PA announcer here, when he's calling out those names, I just stood back and went, oh, I know her from soccer. 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 It's like half the soccer team is out here, and they also got a couple of track and field athletes, including Aubrey Kitahada, who was part of a state champion relay team for the Prescott track and field team. So, it's a brand new program, but boy, oh boy, they've got some tremendous athletes from other sports on that team.
Yeah, years ago when they did some some of the girls' games for flag football and stuff. They had us coaches coach some of them for some competition, for some fun. I tell you what, we had those girl athletes out there, and they were good. I mean, they could catch, they could run, they could shift. I mean, it was a fun, entertaining time coaching girls in flag football.
Well, how about this? Another great accomplishment by a female athlete here at Prescott High School. Yesterday, the Badger girls golf team was over at the Prescott Country Club, where they won their three-way meet with Bradshaw Mountain and Lee Williams. Caroline Westerman, who I believe is in her freshman year, on hole number 3, nailed a hole-in-one.
Wow, that's incredible for a freshman to do that. Oh, my goodness. That's phenomenal.
For any high school golfer to do that, I think, well, for anyone to do that is incredible.
Well, back in that 2006 football team, we had Scott Spiewak.
Oh, I remember
Scott
Scotty.
was an unbelievable golfer, but he wanted to play football, and he played football. I mean, he was such a fun kid to have on our team, and I mean, he gave up the golf part just to be a part of a team. He said, I want to be a part of this team. I want to feel more like a team guy instead of an individual golfer. He was a fun kid.
Believe me, I have a lot of great memories of being around Scott and interviewing him. He was just a Mr. Personality guy, just always smiling, always joking, just seemed to be just generally happy with just life in general.
Oh, he had a great smile all the time. At practice, even if he got knocked down, he'd still get up and smile, and he was just having a good time. And he said, I can play golf all my life. I won't be able to play football all my life, so I want to do it. So, I mean, just a great attitude, great kid.
And, speaking of some of your players from around that era, the 2000s, tonight was Military Appreciation Night here at Prescott High School. And, of course, you had one of your guys, Carl Stokel, who I believe was a great tight end for you, early, mid-2000s. Well, Carl Stokel, after high school, he actually joined the Army, became an officer, I believe, and wound up being part of the Army Rangers, one of the elite forces of the United States Army, and had a pretty lengthy stint with them.
Yeah, he did. He was a phenomenal athlete for us, tough kid. So it didn't surprise me how well he did in the military. He even played with a broken hand, and he caught touchdown passes as our tight end with a cast on his hand. So I mean, the kid was a fun, hard player, just hard-nosed. Didn't surprise me.
And I'll tell you what, when I was writing my my UN Invades the U.S. trilogy, Fallen Eagle, I actually contacted Carl Stokel just to get some information on some military issues, some military questions that I had. It's like, yeah, I want to try to sound as authentic as possible. It's like, oh, you know what? Carl's an officer in the Army. He's a Ranger. Maybe he could help me out with this. And he actually did. Gave me some pretty good pointers that I implemented in the book.
That's wonderful. Yeah, no, great kid. Great memories from him, but a tough football player.
And also, another former athlete who is serving in the military right now is Sarah Wynn, who was a tremendous track and field athlete here at Prescott High School. And, of course, her father is one of our state representatives, Kwong Wynn. Well, she's an officer now serving on a nuclear attack submarine, a Block 4 Virginia-class nuclear attack submarine, which, by the way, is called the USS New Jersey.
And isn't that perfect for you?
Yeah. Honestly, though, I still have to wrap my mind around a submarine being named the New Jersey, because for years and years and years, to me, USS New Jersey was a battleship.
Exactly. Yep. Well, we used to have the USS Arizona too.
Oh yeah.
That's still history.
Definitely is. And we are ready for half number 2 here at Prescott High School. John Rust, Coach Lou Benetton with you. Badgers up 24-14. Vista Grande kicking it away.
And we get the ball back. Whoa, I don't get this. I mean, I would have thought a team like this would have a kicker galore, but they don't.
Braden Brown, it looks like he was the one who made that kick for Vista Grande.
I mean, squib it or something. Keep it in the field, just not manageable, but to kick it out, that gives us good field position.
So we'll see how the Badgers do here, up 24-14.
Are we going to kick over? What's are we going to ask for a kick over? Looks like it. Yeah, we're declined it. We want to kick over. Interesting.
So do-over here by Vista Grande. And, again, we can only imagine what Coach John Roberts was saying to his guys at halftime. In fact, they were actually over there around one of the track and field areas here beyond the visitor stands.
Yeah, they didn't go in. He kept them out. I don't think he was happy, but I don't know what he was talking to him or how he was doing any shock talk. It's kind of dark over in that corner. Anyway, those boys back in our return guys, you don't want him to get the ball, so this can be interesting what they do. Because they're dangerous back there.
Yeah, looks like we got Josiah and Uriah back there. Two very speedy guys. Yep, they are going to kick this one into the hands of Joe Flyer. And he flies up to the 20, now the 30, spins off a tackle, still on his feet. Peoples at the 50, Peoples still sprinting at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. Josiah Peoples returns the kick for a touchdown. The opening kick of the second half is returned about, I would say, 85 yards for a score by Joe Flyer.
I think that coach needs to be on his headsets. Why do you kick to those boys and not keep it on the ground? I think the kicker probably thought he could get over his head, but we got two fast boys back there that can cover ground back and catch up. I mean, wow. Incredible. Nice run. Nice blocking up front. I mean, it was just a great, well-played, executed special team.
Well, the Badgers closed the first half with a field goal from Johan Gunderman, opened the second half with an 85-yard touchdown off a kick return by Josiah Peoples. And, oh yeah, by the way, Johan Gunderman, he hits the extra point as he always does. So with 11:46 left to go here, we just started the second half. Our score 31-14 Prescott. We'll be back after this.
This is Steve Sischke with Olson's for Healthy Animals. Wander the Wild is the Highlands Center for Natural History's signature fundraising event. This year it will once again be a hybrid event with an online auction open to all from September 22nd to 28th and a live reception and auction on Sunday, September 29th from 2:30 to 5:30 on the beautiful grounds of the Windmill House in Chino Valley. All profits from the auction directly fund youth programs and scholarships to discover and explore our stunning Central Highlands. Go to highlandscenter.org for more info.
Well, we're only 4 games into the season, and Coach, I can't even count how many wow moments Josiah Peoples has already given us this year, and just now an 85-yard kick return for a touchdown by Joe Flyer.
Yep, I get some good blocking up front and a special team group of kids, and they got 2 fast returners back there. Anything can happen.
Yeah, actually, just
these
as the
guys aren't getting anything out of the end zone completely.
Yeah, actually, before the kick went off, we had a whistle on the play. A flag came flying in.
I don't think the officials were ready, or we were offsides. I think we were offsides. 5-yard penalty.
Well, how about this, Coach? Josiah Peoples, he had a punt return for a touchdown earlier this year. Now a kick return for a touchdown to go along with 4 touchdown receptions this year.
Yep, he's a score boy. I mean, he's doing really well. He's a threat out in the field all the time, both sides, even on return sides.
And I still love that line that Travis Stedman, the boys basketball coach, gave me on his show about Josiah Peoples, where he said, if someone wrote a book about Josiah Peoples' life, the title would be, Did He Just Do That?
Yeah, that's what's been happening out here.
Second time for the kick by Johan Gunderman.
Still going to go in.
Kick off into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, boy, and we got a couple of players in the middle of the field kind of doing a little jawing. Looks like it was number 10, Jacob Chamberlain of Prescott, and number 80, Lewis Packer of Vista Grande. They were kind of in the middle of the field. They bumped into one another, fell down the field, got up, bumped into one another again, and certainly some words exchanged there, but apparently none of the officials were around, so no flags.
Then again, they could have both told each other good hit because they both went down.
Or they could have done that. You know what? We're up here in the booth. We can only speculate.
Yep.
So Vista Grande back out on the field, 1st and 10 from the 20. And there's the handoff. Running back bumps off of one tackle and then gets swarmed by about 3 or 4 Badgers. And that is number 31, Jeremiah Wesselman, the ball carrier. Picks up about 3 on the play.
You know, they have a good ground game, but I tell you what, when you're down like this, you can't afford to grind down and burn up a lot of clock. So they got to make some big plays or have some big plays if they want to get back in this ball game. right now the defense is doing a great job, Prescott. Linebackers are doing a good job out in front. Kassoon, Hannah, Lloyd, Chamberlain, they're doing a good job in there.
And there's the handoff, and there's the reverse. Now it's number 4, Gant with the ball. Gant coming up the near side. Gant bumps off of one tackle, then gets knocked down by another one. I think that was number 17, Trace Overton, putting the finishing tackle on Gant.
Trace came up really good. He's cornerback, but he came up and made the stop. Came across and made the stop.
Going to call it a 6-yard gain for Gant. It's going to make it 3rd and 1 now for Vista Grande. They have the ball at their own 29-yard line. 10:30 left to go in the third quarter. 31-14, the Badgers on top. Hunt from the gun. And he gives the ball to number 2, Green. Green finds a big gap and gets upended at the 50-yard line. That's going to be good for a first down and then some by Tion Green.
Picked him about 25 yards. It's a good run. Good stop, though. We need to stop him. He was running hard.
So Vista Grande now at midfield as they got to go to the supermarket, go to the condiment section, and get themselves some ketchup here as they're down 31-14.
They got Twins left.
Green again with the ball. Actually, no, it's Moya, and Moya gets wrapped up by about 3 or 4 Badgers, kept his legs moving. It took a while for the Badgers to bring him down to the ground. They finally do, and I think Moya might have picked up at least a yard. Actually, 2 yards, they're going to say.
Yeah, the linebacker. I think Hannah was in on that. Looked like maybe Trace was in on that. They finally put him down, but he didn't want to go down.
Yeah, hats off to Moya on a very strong, stubborn run there.
Yeah, a lot of work for 2 yards.
9:20 left to go now in the third quarter.
Okay, they got Twins right, Twins left. No, Trips left, Twins right. Back in their old formation beginning. Another reverse pass.
And
trouble.
And an interception. An interception as Gant couldn't find anyone to throw to. Then threw it down the far sidelines. And an interception by the Badgers. And couldn't tell who got that interception for Prescott.
See what he's calling.
Oh.
It's declined. It was on Vista, but it was declined our ball. You know, he had somebody open, but he didn't see him, and then he tried to throw it downfield, and our defensive man was right there.
Hopefully we can find out who got that interception for Prescott. But either way, second INT by Prescott in this game. 9:04 left to go here in the third quarter. 31-14 Prescott. Oh, man. The interception, his second of the night, Uriah Tennett.
He was so fast over there, I didn't catch his number.
Uriah Tennett with 2 touchdown passes, a touchdown run, and now 2 interceptions. What can't this? You know, I bet if Coach Collette put him in there to kick, he'd probably do well.
He'd probably do well.
Run goes up the middle for the Badgers.
Picked up about 3. Who was that?
It looks like it was Adam Lloyd.
Yeah, it was Adam Lloyd.
And I'll tell you, Coach, there are times I've compared Uriah Tennett to a guy you're very familiar with, Jason Pridey, mainly just for his versatility, because Pridey was a guy you could put in any position and he'd perform for you.
He scored in every possible way you score in football. Field goals, extra points, throwing touchdowns, catching touchdowns, running touchdowns, interception touchdowns, punt returns. He just did it all.
And another run by the Badgers going up to the far side. And it looks like that was Lloyd again. Lloyd again picking up about 3 or 4 yards. Lloyd used a little sparingly here in the running game tonight, and only mainly for short yardage.
Yeah.
He might still be feeling the effects of that game last week against Northwest Christian, but still in there, still doing a good job for the Badgers.
He's picking up enough to keep this offense moving.
3rd and 3 now for Prescott. Ball at the Vista Grande 49. Tennett, there's the give. It's Isaac Brazino. Brazino spins off one tackle, and forward progress might have gotten the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball.
I think he's short by a half a yard. Well, they're calling it. They gave it to him. Well, boy. The way he moved up, it didn't look like he was in front of those chains.
Yeah, well, if he got the first down, Coach, it was probably by half an eyelash.
Boy, it must have been, because that's okay. If you keep this ball moving, keep that clock going, you're killing the opponent. That's for sure.
7:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Here's where you want to just eat the clock up now. Keep the ball in your possession. Grind the ball down. Keep those first downs coming and eat that clock up.
Tanette from the gun. And he's going to give it to
again.
Brazino. Brazino, he found probably the smallest gap possible up the middle, and he might have got about 4 or 5 yards out of that run.
It's good about a small back like that and quick and fast. You find the slightest hole, you just shoot through it, and you can pick up some yards.
Yeah, they're going to call it a 5-yard gain for Cool Breeze.
Yeah. Lyman make enough interference and get in the way out there, and he'll find some daylight.
2nd and 5, and the ball will be spotted at the Vista Grande 41. And tick, tick, tick. 6:35 left to go in the third quarter. Give to Lloyd. Lloyd pulling his way up the middle. Still on his feet and finally brought down just shy of a first down, it looks like.
Yeah, Lloyd's still doing a great job out there. Keeps his feet moving, picks up yards when we need them.
Now the ball at the Spartan 37. And again, Prescott doing a pretty good job of drawing out the time here, running time off the clock.
Do. Right now, they're not making any big play. They had one big play. The rest are grinding it out. So we're eating up the clock and making big plays and taking advantage of lots of opportunities.
Up the middle, and
85 stopped him in his tracks. Stop Lloyd.
Yeah, that was Caden Bright, and it doesn't look like Lloyd got the first down on that one. In fact, looked like he lost a yard or two.
Yeah, he met him right there.
So good job by big Caden Bright there to make it 4. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 4th and 4 now, so Bright really throwing Lloyd back a bit. And Prescott looks like they are going to go for it here on 4th down as the clock keeps ticking. 5:10 left to go in the third quarter.
Again, wide receiver right, wide receiver left, and they used him. Let's see, that guy came inside and didn't stay outside.
Tanette diving, and doesn't matter there, Coach, as Tanette unable to pick up the first down.
Yeah, the defensive end knifed in, and Tanette, as usual, gets around him. He's really doing a nice job.
So Vista Grande taking over on downs. By the way, folks, tonight's Badger broadcast is sponsored by Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality people, products, and service you can trust. Also, KYCA's Badger football broadcast is sponsored in part by the city of Prescott, offering beautiful hiking trails and parks in everyone's hometown.
Okay, Vista Grande's got twins left.
And they start at the 40-yard line. There's the give, and that is to Moya. Moya bumps off a tackle. Now reverses up to the far side. Gets upended by a Badger tackler. And Moya, who it looked like might have only gained a yard or two on that run, able to make a nice roll to the right and get close to a first down.
Well, he got stopped on this left side. There was a wall of people, and then he reversed it. Nobody could see him sneaking to the backside to the right side. Did a nice job recovering and running right.
2nd and 3 now. There's the give. It's Moya again. Moya puts his head down. This time he does get the first down and then some. Pickup of maybe about 6 yards by Fernando Moya.
Picks up enough for a Spartan first down.
Fernando Moya, who began the night with 469 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh.
Low snap. And it's going to be Hunt who takes the ball, and Hunt one-handed, kind of running right up the middle and gets stopped and might have gotten up to the original line of scrimmage, but another kind of faulty snap there for Vista Grande.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, that's he's been having to reach for the ball down by his shoelaces and to the left and to the right, and so that throws your whole timing off back there.
And Hunt actually picked up a yard off of that.
Yep.
Impressive. And before Hunt can throw, we've got whistles on the play. False start. Looks like that's going to be against Vista Grande.
Yep. It's going to be second and 14.
By the way, I was talking about Fernando Moya coming off a heck of a game last week against St. Joseph. 220 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns.
Well, he's met a different wall tonight.
Yeah. Moya tonight just 38 rushing yards and 0 times in the end zone. 3:20 left to go in the third quarter.
Twins left, twins right. Tailback.
Hunt drops back a couple. Now under pressure. Hunt able to break away, but not too far as he gets brought down right around the original line of scrimmage.
We had great coverage on the receivers. Nobody's getting open, and no one's coming back. I'm surprised these receivers aren't learning to come back because they stayed covered and they stay right with it. Good coverage by the secondary for Prescott.
Coming down to 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. 31-14 our score. Prescott on top. And there is the give. It's Moya. Scrambles away from a couple tackles, spins off a couple, and finally brought down in Badger territory at about the 47.
That's fourth down. They're going to go for it. I'm surprised if they do this. But, you know, when you run out of time and you've got a ground game and not a lot of pass game going, you're down by as much as you are, you might as well see what you can do.
Yeah.
Unless he's doing a quick kick here and we don't know about it. We'll find out. He's a little deeper than normal.
They're going for it. Hunt with the throw. There's the
He's
catch.
short, too.
And
He's short.
That was number 4, Gant, with the catch.
Nope, he's short. Prescott takes over.
Well, the throw was on target, but like you said, Coach, not enough. Hunt to Gant for the first down, so it's Badger ball. And a good defensive stand there by Prescott as, again, Coach, good defensive stand and running the clock out, too. Now we're down to 2:04 left to go here in the third quarter.
That's where you make sure your receivers know if you need 9-10 yards, make sure you get it. He was 1 yard short. Good coverage again by the defense.
Uriah Tennette from the gun. Fakes the give, getting some good blocks.
Good
now
blocking.
Tennette. Tennette taken down from behind. And, well, we're going to have to give it up to number 7, Joey Aldretti. Aldretti doing what very few Spartans have been able to do tonight, take down Uriah Tennette before he can get a head of steam going. And that's actually going to knock the Badgers back for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, he came off that backside and did a great job on Tennette down. But he had great pass protection on these couple of times here. Line's doing a good job.
Minute 25 left to go in the third quarter.
Okay, we're going trips. No, we're going quads. This is where he's going to roll. They need 4 covers, quads. Let's see what they're doing. He's going to keep it.
Tennette running up to the 40-yard line, making the turn, and twisted out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Tennette about 4 or 5 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, he spread that defense out and let Tennette pick a hole and picked up. That's good yardage.
Yeah, about a 10-yard run there by Uriah Tennette on what I think everyone and their mother thought was going to be a pass play.
Yeah.
Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Badgers. They have the ball at their own 45.
They have 2 wings. 2 wideouts, 2 wings, and a tailback.
There's the give. And I think that's Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to bull his way to a first down. Comes up just a little shy.
It's okay. You're eating up the clock. You're eating up the clock. Now punt it and get them deep. That's my suggestion, but we'll see.
Yeah, looks like Johan Gunderman's out there. Looks like he is going to go back and punt. Because I do not see Uriah Tennette out there. So, yep, Gunderman going to punt. And trying to get the number on who they have as the return man for the Spartans. I think that might be number 4, Eltorna Gant. as Noble Ortega comes in at the very last second to get in position for the punt. Low snap. Gunderman still gets it off. Bounces at the 20 and bounces out of bounds around the 9-yard line. Johan Gunderman actually had to go down to one knee to get that snap and still came up and pulled off a good punt.
Well, his knee got close. It's a good thing it wasn't. His knee didn't touch. That was a great kick. He kicked it to the corner and went out the 9-yard line.
So 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Badgers up 31-14. Prescott began this quarter with Josiah Peoples returning a kick 85 yards for a score. So Vista Grande will start from their own 10-yard line.
Yep. All right, Twins motion now.
Gand motion. Hunt. Short pass. Oh, and into and out of the hands of number 12, Tavares. Boy, when it rains, it pours if you're Vista Grande here in the third quarter.
That was a nice play. It was a little slip screen. He's going to pick up some good yards and turn before he had a handle on it.
Well, folks, that'll do it for quarter number 3. We head to quarter number 4 with our score, Prescott 31, Vista Grande 14. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Badger football right after this.
Hello, friends. This is Travis Stead. When it comes to protecting your gutters from those pesky pine needles that never seem to land anywhere but inside your gutters, making a mess, make the wise choice, Arizona Seamless Gutters. We have the fix that will last a lifetime. Needle Guard. Never let a loved one get on a ladder and clean your gutters again. Let our family take care of that. Arizona Seamless Gutters. Locally owned and operated since 1981. Call us today, 928-778-1818 for a free estimate. Arizona Seamless Gutters. When it pours, we rain.
And we are back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Coach Lou Benetton with you. By the way, we've got an update from down in Phoenix in the fourth quarter. Bradshaw Mountain and St. Mary's all tied up 14-14.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's another nail biter for Bob.
Barn burner down there. Here we go. 2nd and 10 now for Vista Grande from their own 10. Run going up the middle and pulled down is the ball carrier. Looks like that was number 3, Brendan Hunt, the quarterback. So gain of about 4 on the play there by Hunt. By the way, folks, no update from Chino Valley football. They actually have the bye this week.
Our linebackers up tight in the line.
There's a throw by Hunt.
Overthrown.
Yeah, he missed his intended receiver, Tavares, by maybe a good 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, he overthrew him big time. Punt, so they're out of it again. Could put Prescott in a good field position again. And again, just grind this clock down and don't do a turnover. Don't give him the ball back. Just keep going at him.
Yeah, so I imagine, Coach, that guys like Isaac Brazino and Adam Lloyd are going to be pretty busy here in the fourth quarter, just getting the handoff from Tanette and just running and running and running.
It could be, but I mean, you never know if they see a weak spot and just do another end zone throw.
Timeout called by Vista Grande, and while we have this timeout, I want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by the Yavapai Food Bank, making a difference in Yavapai County since 1992. And we want to thank all of our Badger sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you tonight's game. Also, folks, be sure to get ready for Badger football on Friday night by listening to the KYCA Morning Report every Friday morning. Through the season, we will have Coach Cody Collette as our guest. KYCA Morning Report airing at 7:29 weekday mornings. And again, Friday reserved throughout the season for Coach Cody Collette. Uriah Tanette going back to return the punt. But again, Coach, you got to figure they've got to do everything they can to keep that ball away from Tanette.
Yep, they sure do. Kick it to a sideline, mostly to the short side, try to get it out of bounds deep. but don't let him get a return.
There's the punt.
That's what they did. Out of bounds on the side over here.
Yeah, right around the 50-yard line is where that ball landed, and it was Tion Green, the punter. So now it looks like here comes the grinding game for Prescott as they start right around midfield with this drive. 31-14 our score. Badgers on top. And well, Coach, we talked about how momentum, I asked the question, is momentum a blessing or a curse, especially after that win the Badgers got last week against Northwest Christian. And so far here in the fourth, as we are in the fourth quarter, it looks like it has been a blessing. Badgers carrying over that momentum from the win over the Crusaders last week.
Yep, they definitely are, and this is a good team, but this team is not playing well at all.
And the throw by Tanette goes right through the hands of his intended receiver, and it looks like that was Eli Allen, the tight end.
Yeah, it was Eli. It's a little back out of the tight end, just a little delay, and they're leaving him wide open.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Badgers. Clock stop at 11:12. Josiah Peoples out on the near side for Prescott. And Tanette going to run up the middle. And boy, oh boy. Oh, man. That's going to be a late hit there. And Uriah Tanette now in the face of some Vista Grande players. Well, Tanette got spun around by Aldretti. And then one of the Spartans came in and just absolutely bowled over Tanette. Now we got another unsportsmanlike players together. And, well, the Prescott coaching staff trying to separate everyone, but there were Badgers and Spartans together. And they were jawing and shoving.
Oh, our coach shouldn't have been out there.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have.
Yeah,
gone.
One of the assistant coaches for Prescott went out there, and he started saying some stuff to the Spartan players. So tempers really flaring there, and the Prescott coaching staff trying to calm down everyone. And we've got some unsportsmanlikes here. And again, Uriah Tanette getting slammed around there by some Spartans, and Tanette took exception to it. Tanette, all 5'9.5" of him was up in the grills of a couple of Spartan players. So we'll see how this is going to turn out. I don't think there were any punches or any big shoves thrown in this one. But there were a lot of guys coming together. And
it's nullified. There was a personal foul on both sides. Got a feeling it might have been the coach because one of our coaches walked out there toward Vista Grande, and I think that's where he got his flag. So it's nullified. We couldn't hear the whistle up here. And Tanette never went down. They flipped him back. He was still on his feet, but there could have been a whistle stopping forward action.
So
that's why they got the flag.
Yeah. So temper's really flaring here, and I think some of the assistant coaches for Prescott going around and really trying to calm down their players, settle them down. In fact, now they're backing them up toward the yellow line there near the benches. And now some of the Vista Grande players going over to their sidelines. So, and again, Coach, I'm sure you've been in situations like this before. And when you have a bunch of teenagers and sometimes emotions get the better of them, what do you and your staff have to do in order to kind of rein them in and get them refocused on the game after a situation like this?
If it breaks out right away, you got to go right to where it's happening, and that's where you have good coaches on the sideline that can also keep the teams back. We had good coaches that kept the teams back, and we dealt with what was happening immediately in that area. And most coaches knew not to go out there other than to separate what was going on.
And now we got Coach Cody Collette and one of the assistants out there talking things over with the officials. And hopefully tempers have been lowered quite a bit. But yeah, I think that was some frustration hits there on Uriah Tanette. And now back to action. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Badgers from the 47-yard line of Vista Grande territory. There's the run by Adam Lloyd. Lloyd finds a lot of room up the middle, now goes over to the far side and finally brought down just past the 40-yard line. Big gain there by Adam Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd did a great job. He just angled outside, got to the outside where there was only a couple cornerbacks on the outside linebacker, and they got him down, but he did a great job. Picked up about 9.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Prescott.
You get first down here, you just keep eating it up.
Clock winding down, 10-14 left to go in quarter number 4, 31-14 Badgers. As I believe Calm has returned to Bill Shepherd Field after that little dust up. Run going up the middle again. I think this might be Brazino, and yeah, he does get the first down. And again, Coach, I think very fortunate that there wasn't any like major shoving, any punches, because no one got thrown out of the game. And
that's
as a coach,
key.
as a coach, you do not want that, because AIA rules, if you get thrown out of a game, you're also out for the game next week.
Yep, no, that's one thing you gotta tell your kids. No matter what goes on, don't throw a flagrant fist or fight or anything.
And Cooper Kassoon coming out of the game now, and Cooper looks like he's been dinged up quite a bit. He's actually crouching down on the sidelines right now.
Cooper's had a good game. I mean, he's playing linebacker, and he's been catching the ball, playing tight end. So he's been out there on both sides of the ball having a good game, though.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a timeout called here. So hopefully nothing too serious with Cooper. Again, Coach, we do have quite a few Badgers getting banged up here.
That's part of this territory, especially when we play 2 tough teams back-to-back, because this is a big physical team, but they're making lots of mistakes. But the frustration is starting to show. Our guys have to stay composed and just burn this clock up.
By the way, folks, you are listening to Badger Football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock real time and 9:06 game clock time in the fourth quarter. 31-14, Prescott on top, just trying to grind things out here and come away with a win to begin this 3-game homestand.
Okay, we got 2 wings and a tailback. Just going to grind it out.
Run going up the
It's
middle.
Okay, let that clock run. We didn't get anything on that one.
Yeah, I think that was Brazino who was the ball
I
carrier.
think it was too. Someone's down. I can't see who's down over there. Is that Brazino?
It is a Prescott. I think it might be. And
He
now
got hit hard and drove back. He got hit hard and they drove him back. He's up. Maybe got the breath knocked out of him.
And at least this is the good thing, Coach. We've seen a few Badgers go down tonight, but after a bit they get up and they walk off under their own power. So definitely a good sign.
I got the feeling they got the breath knocked out and were hitting the ribs.
Yeah, because you can see Brazino is holding a hand over his midsection.
Yeah. Could have taken a good shot right to the ribs.
Isaac Brazino has done pretty well tonight, both on offense and defense. This Brazino,
He's been doing a good job. Good pass coverage and picking up some yards when we need them.
So it looks like it's going to be actually 2nd and 11 now for the Badgers. They have the ball at the 37.
We got quads, 4 receivers right, stacked. 2 and 2. This is, I think we're going to have Tanette run it on this one. I think they spread him. He's going to run to the right.
And Tanette kind of taking his time here, getting the play off.
Yeah, they're going to have somebody open like
There's
that.
the throw, and diving catch attempted by, it looks like, Luke Mason.
See, they didn't have enough coverage on it. Someone's going to get open. They're just not covering those stacked receivers at all, so it's giving us some opportunities to pick up some yardage.
Clock stops with 8:19 left to go in the fourth quarter. So it'll be 3rd and 11 now for Prescott.
All right, here we go. We got a stack, tight end, receiver behind him, and twins between them. 4 receivers.
Tannett rolling, under pressure, scrambling away from the potential sack, and Tannett thrown out of bounds. And oh boy, we're going to get another unsportsmanlike. Tannett was flung into the sidelines by number 32, Jason Villegas, and I think Villegas had some extracurriculars there on Uriah Tannett, pretty much almost throwing him into the bench.
No reason to do that. Tannett lost, would have been 3rd and...
Yep, personal foul against Vista Grande. And that was just not something that Vista Grande should have done, and I'm just trying to be really polite about
they're not
it.
staying composed at all, and you don't do this when you're down like that.
And good on the Badger coaching staff as they were reeling in their guys quickly. I mean, they were waving their hands saying, get in here, get to the sidelines. Let's not get like, unsportsmanlike on us.
It's not a first down because it's shouldn't be. Because we had lost 15 and tacked 15 on, so it should be 4th down. That's what I thought. So it's 4th and about 8. Yeah, they had him back 15 yards. It would have been 4th down, so...
Now I think we're going to get an official timeout here, and I think one of the officials is explaining something to the Prescott coaching staff, and now the head official coming over.
Well, here's my opinion again. Grind the ball out. Don't put Tannett in a situation where guys are going to rush him anymore, because that's where he can get hurt too. So just keep pounding the ball. Give it to the line, to the running backs, and let them keep this clock going and grind some clock down. That's just me.
Well, now the Badgers calling a timeout here. And yeah, I think you can just see emotions on both sides starting to boil over, and kind of interesting it would be in a Prescott Vista Grande game, because it's not like these two teams have a very long history. Vista Grande actually has only been around since 2009. Honestly, Coach, I would expect like a situation like this and say Prescott Bradshaw, Prescott Flagstaff, Prescott Coconino, Prescott Mingus.
Yeah.
Two teams that have had very long histories against one another. Not Prescott Vista Grande, who until last year Prescott never even saw.
Now Vista Grande came up here and they're not playing well. Apparently they should have been a better team than we're seeing, and Prescott's just staying solid, and they're frustrated. Vista Grande's frustrated. And unfortunately, they're losing composure. That's when the coaches need to talk and get their heads back in the game.
And here comes the punt by Gunderman.
Yeah, just punt it in.
And that is going to be fielded by number 24, Brown. And Brown taken down rather quickly before he can even get past the 10-yard line. And, Coach, I'm sure that there's going to be quite a lengthy conversation after this game from Coach John Roberts and his Vista Grande staff to his guys.
Yeah, there's some frustration, losing some composure over there on Vista Grande. Let's just get through this game without kids getting thrown out or injured.
Yeah. Well, like I said, and like I mentioned earlier, that's the last thing you want, one of your guys getting thrown out, since they're also going to be out for next week. 8 minutes exactly remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Might be smart on their part if they got some hot hits, put some kids in and keep them out of the game for the remaining few minutes that are left or whatever. Okay, Vista Grande got twin rights and twin left.
There's the throw, and a great catch made by Thomas Ortega, and that was actually El Torna Gant with that throw, and he was on target with Ortega, who sprinted down the sidelines for a big gain.
Yep, that's another good play for the number one. He's got that first touchdown pass, too. Same type pattern, same route. Okay, stay composed, guys. Just keep the ball in front of you.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Gant, short pass, and caught again. And the receiver, it's Ortega, slips away and then gets ankle tackled, but not before he gets a first down. And another good hook up there between Gant and Ortega. Brody Hanna with the tackle on that one. And the clock is winding down, 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, but Vista Grande starting to show some life here. And there is the give. Here's the run and the bad. Oh, and it's Green who steps away from the tackles, and Green picks up a first down, and Green.
There's a flag, personal foul. We threw a guy out too. Well, that wasn't necessarily the way we threw him, so we got a personal foul too.
And Green, who looked like he was about to get sandwiched between a couple of Badgers, somehow able to slip away from them, get a first down, and now there's going to be more yardage for Vista Grande after that personal foul.
And I'm going to tack on 15.
And again, a lot of, seems like negative emotions starting to come to the surface here on both sides. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Badger 14-yard line as Vista Grande trying to get themselves back in this game. There's the throw by Gant to the end zone. There's the catch, and it's a touchdown.
Wow.
And I believe it's number 21, Fernando Moya, who made that TD catch. And now it's a 31-20 game as Vista Grande closing the gap with the Badgers. And it looks like Vista Grande might go for 2 here.
Yep, they are.
Yep. Gant from the gun. There's a throw to the end zone, and the pass batted away by one of the Badgers.
Good pass coverage.
I think that might have been either Brody Hanna or Ethan Groh who got a hand. I think it was Hanna who got a hand on that ball to bat it away. Either way, touchdown throw, Gant to Moya. And now with 7:10 left to go in regulation, our score, Badgers 31, the Spartans 20, as the Spartans try to make a game of it here. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
It's Gina with the City of Prescott. It's time for this year's bulk item collection event, and we'll be coming through your neighborhood to collect those items that are too big for your regular trash bins beginning August 19th through October 4th. Remember to bag, box, bundle, and tie your items. Place them neatly at the curb by 6 a.m. of your designated Monday. To find out your week for this special event, go to PrescottRecycles.com. Bulk item collection is exclusive to residential trash customers. Commercial businesses and communities on dumpsters are not eligible.
Now the Spartans putting together a really good drive here as they replaced Hunt with Gant at quarterback, and Gant coming up with some real good pass plays, culminating in a 14-yard touchdown strike to Fernando Moya.
Might try an onside here. We never know.
31-20, Spartans trail by 11.
Yeah, we've got an onside prevent here. If you don't have a kicker, you might as well. Nope.
No onside, and it lands in the hands of Uriah Tenet. Tenet going to take it up to the far side. And
Good job.
He's just going to run out of bounds. And I imagine here we'll see the Badgers really start to grind it out here, Coach.
Yeah, just keep pounding it down. How much time is there again?
7 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay. They got to keep those first downs. They got to grind it, get the plays to keep the ball in possession and burn the clock up.
Badgers, looks like they will be starting from about their own 28-yard line. Tenet looks like he's going to be in the gun. He'll have Adam Lloyd behind him.
Okay, we got that stacked twins left. Tight end on the line, receiver, fullback, nice motion now.
Here's the give to Lloyd. Lloyd Goes up the far side, bounces off a couple of tackles. Looks like he gets close to a first down.
Picked up about 8 yards. Should be 2nd and 2. He's hitting that outside off tackle, doing really well.
Most
That
importantly,
line's blocking good.
and most importantly, the clock keeps ticking. 6:48 left to go in regulation.
Looks like they have Bo out there, number 77. Took Dalton's spot out there. The Court's out there. There was Gray's out there. They did some good job blocking on that right side over there with that offensive line.
Tennette again from the gun, 2nd and 2. Tennette just taking his time. Can't blame him for that.
Just use up all the time you have for each play.
Yep, Tennette just standing around and standing around.
Look for the official. The officials gave him time. He's counting it off.
And here's the give again.
down.
Lloyd diving, and he may have got the first down by a hair, and yes, he did. Adam Lloyd. Good run, good dive. Keeps the drive going for the Badgers with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
You can do the same. This back coach official, you'll see when there's about 5 seconds left, he'll start the countdown. That tells Tennette the clock's running. They're going to do the same thing again.
By the way, Coach, we got, I think, a student down below us who was balancing a water bottle on her head and doing a very good job of it, too.
Flat head, huh?
Yeah.
Here they go. Let's see
I
what
think
they
she
got.
kept it on her head for about a minute. I'd be
He's
lucky if I could do it for
again.
5.
Yeah, he's counting again, telling him what he's got left.
5:25 left to go in the
there
fourth
it
quarter.
is. She didn't get it going. Tennette didn't see him. He started on time. You don't want a penalty. It stops the clock.
And it stops at
Delay a game.
5:22.
Yeah, delay a game. Now I saw that official start the countdown. Tennette didn't see him. See, Tennette can't see that clock, but he can see the official here, and they've already got communication going on. Okay, clock starts on the snap, so get a play going.
And there's the give, and a big run there by Lloyd, and Lloyd gets up to the 40-yard line, stays in bounds. Looks like he picked up about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, he did. He's hitting that off tackle over there really good on the right side. Like I said, Dante Quartet's over there, and Big Bo's over there, and Garrison Gray. Wyatt Pierce is doing a good job sealing off on this left side, and so is Kassoon on the tackle.
Second and 8 for the Badgers. Tennette, again, taking his time. And I think this time he has a good eye on the officials to make sure he gets that countdown.
There it goes.
And there's the give. And this time, Lloyd is met right at the line of, well, actually behind the line of scrimmage, and he's stopped. And that's going to bring up third down.
Lost about a yard.
Timeout called by Vista Grande. By the way, we have a final from down in Phoenix. Bradshaw Mountain 21, St. Mary's 20. St. Mary's missed the point after with 27 seconds left to go in regulation. It's almost a bit of a mirror image from Prescott Northwest Christian game last week where
missed extra point.
Yeah, well, that was a missed 2-point conversion, but
but they missed their extra point at the beginning of this game.
And now, for whatever reason, they decided.
I can't believe these guys are dancing down the field for Vista Grande. I can't believe that, getting their butts kicked.
I think the coach is going to have something to say about that. Not only that, Coach.
Tell me about it. That's not.
Well,
wow, that's incredible.
Well, also, Coach, they're dancing to a Miley Cyrus song. I mean, come on.
I don't care. You're not to show off out there on the field. You're a ball player, and keep your head. Look at that.
What? Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Especially when you're getting your butt kicked.
I don't blame you for saying that one bit, Coach.
Sorry, you go down in class.
Now Prescott back out on the field with 4:20 left to go. And I would imagine Coach Roberts is going to say something about that too, as it looks like Vista Grande just jumped off sides. And honestly, Coach, I think the discipline just keeps cracking and cracking here with Vista Grande.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve to lose this game because they're not playing disciplined at all. Prescott is.
And I think it's going to be a longer than normal bus ride for these guys back to Casa Grande tonight.
Well, if they're doing dance on the field, I don't know how well they're going to take this loss very hard. I don't know. They should.
Vista Grande came in here 3-0.
Well, they were ranked, top 10 or whatever?
Yeah. You got to wonder if maybe overconfidence was played a factor. And not only that, but of course last year Vista Grande put a thumping on Prescott at their place.
Yeah, so that's they definitely came up here, I think, overconfident. And then when they got down like this, then they start doing this. It's too bad. Prescott staying composed. That's what we need to see out there.
4th down, and now 3:50 left to go in regulation. And it looks like Prescott kind of talking it over on what to do here on 4th and 6.
Well, here we got quads over here. They only have two defenders over here.
And now Coach Collette going to call a timeout as the clock goes down to 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. And again, Coach Collette just milking the clock for all it's worth before he called that timeout to talk things over with his guys. Just trying to limit the amount of opportunities Vista Grande has. They're down 31-20, but as you've been saying, Coach, the Vista Grande discipline has absolutely been slipping here. We've seen some unsportsmanlike penalties, and like you said, I joked about the Miley Cyrus song, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Didn't matter what was playing. If you're down by 11 and your discipline is starting to falter, you don't go out in the middle of the field and start doing dance routines.
To the music.
I think you got to be focused on how can we stop these guys and get the ball back and give ourselves at least something of a chance.
Yep. Play with some pride. They're stacking it up front again. Here we go. Oh, we're going to punt. Good. Ooh.
Gunderman puts that one in the air. That goes right in the hands of the return man. Now they're going to do a lateral over to number 21, Moya. Moya taking the ball. Moya still on his feet, and Moya finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Great play there by Vista Grande as Moya picks up a huge gain there, and the Spartans find themselves in excellent field position with 3:12 left to go, and this game is not over by a long shot.
Nope.
So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
I'm surprised they went for 2 and it would have been 21-31. Score a touchdown, then get a field goal, tie the game up. Now you can't. Got to go for 2.
And Gant scrambling, avoids the sack, throws and almost intercepted. Trace Overton had a hand on it as he was falling to the ground. Couldn't come up with the interception, but that will be an incompletion.
Yep.
But that will stop the clock with 3:04 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Wonder why they have Hunt out. I'm not sure on this one. This kid's been doing okay, though.
Oh, yeah. When he came in there, he threw some really
3
good
plays
lobs.
They scored, yeah.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Maybe it's a discipline thing. I don't know.
But Gant trying to get his team back in the game here. Gives the ball, run goes up the middle, and tell you what, a good job there by the running back, keeping his legs moving and getting close to a 1st down.
Yeah, it's about 3rd and 2.
Couldn't tell who the running back was there.
Couldn't either. I think it was number 2, though.
Yeah, it might have been Tion Green.
Yeah, I think it was.
2:39 and counting left to go here in regulation. 3rd and 2. Gant with the throw to the end zone. Oh no, here comes the flag, and I was worried about that. Going to be pass interference.
Yep. Good coverage, but a little too tight.
And the clock stops with 2:32 left to go. And this will bring Vista Grande ever closer to the promised land. I'll tell you what, Coach, it looked like Prescott was in control of this game. And we were talking about the breakdown and discipline from Vista Grande. And now, tell you what, there's, I think, a lot of worried people on the Prescott sidelines and a lot of worried people in the stands. Probably a lot of worried people tuned to their radios and their devices.
Well, they're in scoring position again, and we just got to see what's going to.
First and goal from the 10. Gant going to run it himself, avoids one tackle, gets a couple good blocks. Now Gant going to take it up to the far side and into the end zone for the touchdown. And some really good blocks thrown by Vista Grande to give Gant room to get in there and get that touchdown. And the complexion of this game has really changed in a hurry. 31-26 the score. Vista Grande right now down by 5, pending the extra point or maybe a 2-point conversion here.
They'll probably go for 2 here. Now they'll get it within 3. But I was not impressed with their kicker, so. But they're going for 2. Got twins right, twins left. Shotgun.
Gant fakes the handoff, throws to the end zone, and it is no good. Pass intended for Ortega, couldn't get a handle on it. So a lucky break there for the Badgers. 2:23 left to go in the fourth quarter with our score, Badgers 31, Spartans 26. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
This is Ann Wilson with Yavapai County Food Bank. No one should ever go to bed hungry, but with inflation on the rise, the need is greater than ever. Did you know that you can make a real impact and get an end-of-the-year tax credit for your generosity? $400 single and $800 married. Call 928-775-5255 today to donate to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Help us feed the hungry, support your community, and make a difference. That's 928-775-5255. Yavapai County Food Bank. Together, we can change lives.
And we're back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Hall of Fame coach Lou Benetone calling the action here tonight. And situation still in doubt. It's just a 5-point game thanks to that 10-yard touchdown run by number 4, El Torna Gant. And Vista Grande not out of it. And Coach, you think we could see a onside kick here?
Yeah, I would think we would see something here, an onside. We're in the onside prevent, so let's see how good they are at it. There it is. Oh, that's not an onside.
And Uriah Tenet just dives on the ball and brings it down at about the 28-yard line.
I have no idea how much how many timeouts Vista Grande has. Does it say on the scoreboard?
Yeah, it looks like each team has 1 timeout remaining.
Well, then we can sure take up a lot of time on this. Keep on the ground, run it good. If we get a first down, this game could be over.
So some critical plays coming up here for Prescott as Coach Cody Collette and his staff giving his guys some last-minute instructions here as they head out onto the field.
And again, here's where special teams makes a difference in the game. Our kickoff return put us ahead.
Josiah Peoples with an 85-yard kick return touchdown. Here goes the run up the middle. They grab on Adam Lloyd, and Lloyd just falls forward, gets about 2 or 3 yards past the 30-yard line. And I think
timeout Vista Grande, I think. Yep.
And that should be their final timeout.
They're going to tackle the ball now.
Yeah, it looks like it's it looks like it's going to be a 3-yard pickup there for Adam Lloyd as as for whatever reason they decide to play that Taylor Swift song "Shake It Up." Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to go to my car, and I am going to have to, like, seriously blast some arch enemy after this game to get that Taylor Swiftness out of my ears.
I'm sure you'll get it out real quickly.
Oh, boy, I better. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 7 now for the Badgers. Ball at the 31-yard line. 2:14 remaining in regulation. And the give to Adam Lloyd. And, oh, boy, the Spartans were right there ready to get Lloyd. And Lloyd, actually, correction, that was actually Wyatt Pierce who was the ball carrier. And Pierce gets wrestled to the ground big time by the Spartans.
Yeah, he's banged up a little.
3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 7 now for the Badgers from their own 31, but a minute 44 left to go in regulation.
We can take it way down.
And it's a 5-point game right now, 31-26. And Vista Grande, they are out of timeouts. There's the give. And being wrapped up, number 32, Jason Villegas wraps up the ball carrier for Prescott. And that's going to bring up 4th down, but the clock keeps ticking away. Minute 7 left to go. Isaac Brazino, the ball carrier. Badgers will punt this away. Back to return it, Braden Brown. With 1 minute left to go in regulation. As Vista Grande will have to have some literal last-second heroics here to try to pull out the win.
I'm surprised they don't have 2 returners back. That way you can't kick to either side of the field and you get a chance for a return, but that's them. It's okay with me. I would put 2 returners back.
Gunderman ready to punt. That one bounces at the 30, and it's bobbled by the return man, Brown. Brown avoids 1 tackle, and now trying to get some positive yardage. He can't get it as the Badgers drag him down at the 22-yard line. And that bobble proved costly there for Brown. 19 seconds left to go for Vista Grande to try and pull off some magic. And again, Vista Grande, 0 timeouts left. As Adam Lloyd coming off the field and limping just a little bit. So here we go, and you know that Vista Grande, they're going to have to try to go deep downfield here as they have the ball at their own 26. Gant looking, throwing down the field, and it's caught. And then there's the tackle by Trace Overton on Ortega.
He better get back. Number 0 better get his head back in the game.
And that's going to be a 1st down, so the clock stops with 13 seconds left.
They didn't have I don't know why they even let him snap. They didn't have the chains
And
moved.
a penalty flag just got thrown, and yeah, you're right, the
chains weren't even moved. It shouldn't be a penalty. It should just be
false start against Vista Grande. Looked like there was just a lot of confusion there, Coach. The chain gang wasn't moving fast enough.
It wasn't.
Vista Grande was like, what do we do? Is the time ticking
0,
off?
Umbercrombie was kind of coming back slow. He should know better than that. They're in a fast offense. He was kind of mosey on back. Maybe he was the one.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Vista Grande 33-yard line. 10 seconds left to go in regulation. Gant drops back. Got some good protection. There's the throw, there's the catch, and the receiver goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line with 4 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
To the 40-yard line. 4 seconds remaining.
And, well, Coach, I don't think there's any choice right now. You got to go deep here.
Yeah, or the flea flicker where they just kind of play games all the way down the field with it.
So it all comes down to this. Prescott was up 31-14 here in the 4th quarter. Vista Grande closed the gap, and now, well, One big play could win it for them. But again, they got to get that big play. Gant rolling. Got some protection. Goes downfield as the horn sounds. Batted away! And that'll do it. Uriah Tenet bats down the ball. And the horn sounds. And the game comes to an end. And it is a Prescott victory to kick off this 3-game homestand. 31-26, the final score. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back to wrap things up here at Bill Shepherd Field after this.
Savings are in full view with great discounts on our American-made blinds and shutters here at Blind Brothers Arizona. Hi, this is Jeremy, and if your window treatments are in need of an upgrade, then now is the time to shop with us during our 45th anniversary sale. Save on Hunter Douglas and Lafayette product lines with a variety of blinds, shutters, and custom fabrics. Whether you've been with us since the beginning or just moved to town, we invite you to celebrate this milestone with us. Book a free consultation today and visit blindbrothersaz.com.
And we are back, and a bit of excitement here that maybe not a lot of people expected, but the Badgers able to hold on and get a 31-26 win over one of the top teams in the state. And, well, Coach, as a former coach, looking at the way Vista Grande went kind of up and down there in the fourth quarter, your Coach Roberts, what do you say to your guys after this?
I'll tell you what, they've got some discipline stuff to work on. There was a good team out there, but they played terribly. They made all kinds of mistakes. I think they came up here overconfident. They're dancing on the field. I'd have boys, they probably wouldn't be starting the next game personally for me.
Well, they're dancing on the field in front of the Prescott bench.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. We've got some extracurriculars here. Luke Mason is getting into it with some of the Vista Grande players. The Vista Grande players, they're hanging around the Prescott sidelines, and now the coaching staff coming over trying to break things up. I don't know, man. I think Vista Grande's coaches, they should have been over there really keeping an eye on their guys.
Well, this team's got some real...
And now Coach Collette is over there. He's making sure that his guys stay away from Vista Grande.
Yeah, that's a team that's undisciplined. I'm sorry. And you're going to lose some games because of that.
And now Luke Mason kind of over near the bench, and I think he's trying to cool himself off because it looked like he was kind of into it with some of the Vista Grande players. And I think the Badgers are heading off to the locker room now.
Get them off the field. Get them out of here. This is a bad scene for Vista Grande. I'm sorry. The coaches should be nailing these kids, but I don't know if they will. They got a slew of coaches over there. It surprises me.
Because normally they do the Badger jumping jacks after the game, but I think Coach Collette and the rest of the staff are like, we're not taking the chance. In fact, I see Principal Adam Neely, Athletic Director Missy Townsend down on the field. So, yeah, I think everyone is trying to do their best to try to keep these teams separated and just try to restore calm to Bill Shepherd Field. But, yeah, this is definitely not the way you wanted to see the game end, especially to kick off a 3-game homestand here for Prescott. And, getting a pretty good win here tonight, hanging on for a 5-point win.
I mean, like I was talked about, Vista Grande scored all their touchdowns. We scored on a special team play. Had we not gotten that kickoff return, they would have won the game tonight. So, I mean, they were a team that could be reckoned with. But this discipline, they lost because of that. Prescott stayed composed, made the plays happen, and I tell you what, this coach has got some cleaning up to do.
Yeah. Again, it is unfortunate, but at least on the positive end, it was a 31-26 victory for the Badgers and a great game by Uriah Tenet on both sides of the ball. 2 touchdown throws, a touchdown run, 2 interceptions. Josiah Peoples with a fumble recovery and an 85-yard kick return for a touchdown. And, of course, Cooper Kassoon, Johan Gunderman both getting touchdown catches. Well, we'll be back at it again next week, and we'll be back right here at Bill Shepherd Field. Again, 3-game homestand here for the Badgers. So next week, they will be taking on Combs High School, 6:45 for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. So for Scott Harker back in the KYCA studios, for Andrew Zinzaletta and Jason Zinzaletta, and for Coach Lou Benetone, I'm John Rust saying, have yourselves a good night.
Good night.